Good morning. How we doing? We've got Lizard. How are you guys? We've got a Scott and Erebry. Hello. Ravenlord is here. Marathon is here. Frozen Wolf, welcome in. Sly, hello. How we all doing today? It is Sunday and it is Lizard Day. So I've had this guy for a bit. He's been just sitting here built and primed. Decided to do that because I picked up his friends. Slam, fancy seeing you here. Hello, how are you? Make sure you do it for him today. We've got this boy built. We've got this boy built. And then this guy needs his rider. I didn't quite get to that last night. So I will build him later today. Well, that's what I've got. What are you guys up to this weekend? How are we doing? You guys are so... Yeah. I was so happy building them last night. Look at their cute little faces. I just love them. I just love them. So, which is dangerous because I'll probably end up with more of them because they're cool. But we're going to work on this boy today. That's the plan. What are you guys up to? What have we got? Sounds like maybe some more people hobbying today, which is exciting. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. I kind of want to start with our gold just to lighten him up a little bit. With the airbrushing, he's really needing some highlights. I think we start with gold and start working him up. I do have this separate, so you can come off. Nikki without sleeve, she's gonna flex on us all. They do have 2 weapon loadouts. They come with either the, I went with spears, or they do have the clubs, and it's true. Well, John's Live, thank you so much for hitting the button. 32 months of hitting the button. How are you? How's your weekend? Thank you for support. I appreciate it. Might need at least another squad of 3. That's kind of, with Warhammer stuff. If it comes with 3, like, usually going up to 6 is the way to go. What possible gold could you use to paint these? What could it be? What could it be? Let's usually put miniatures together and watching you on a Sunday. What have you got? Yeah, what's everyone working on today? What projects have we got? Or maybe later today. It's early. It is 10 a.m. here, so I understand that it is early. What have we got? Lamb, you want to come work on some lizards with me? I'm pretty sick, right? Pretty sick. Build some Aggradon? Maybe? Maybe? Our weekend, we needed out of the house yesterday. So we went up to the local game store, was having their Sigmar tournament. So we went to go... We got to see a lot of people we haven't seen in a while, which is really nice. And decided to go ahead and pick up the books and stuff so that we can play Sigmar soon. So I got my Slanesh book. Got his Flesh Eater Quartz stuff, or I guess Soulblight stuff he needed. And then we both came home and just started working on our toys. Avian, hello, how are ya? Let's see, Paul Johnson, I was focusing on cleaning. Everybody says, need to do some work on Horse Heresy jet bikes. As soon as I clear the Starfield place out. Claims I'm gonna be finished eating here and doing my walk. Maybe a Aggradon later, let's go. Yeah, I have to work out today. I didn't yesterday. I was bad. I need to join you. Anyways, this probably should hobby today. If I finish the 4 Votan warriors on the desk, I'll be able to start something else. Let's go. You're being silly. Why are you silly, Avian? You're not silly. Whimsical. You're whimsical. Everybody says, I did play a Blood Bowl game. I lost 1-0. Suffered 3 injuries. Oh no. Okay. I have not played Blood Bowl. With the injuries, are they just like out for a game? Is that what that means? They can like recover, or is it... How does injuries work? Working on orcs, the commandos still, Avian? I think I have finished my round of orcs. They're gonna get clear coats. Probably tomorrow. I was gonna say today, but that's not gonna happen. Tomorrow. Think mine are done. Hey Vegeta! Finishing these wings for the Kobold PC Mini. Let's go! I love kobolds so much. I have a soft spot in my heart. Got a little kobold sorcerer. She's my favorite. Old school vampires versus chaos dwarves isn't easy. Amy says, trying to get these barrels and chains to work right for Bruce. At least he is done. I know you got this. Hopefully you can get it all where you want it today. I think today it's going to be all lizards for me. After the, You guys want to see what I spent all Friday on? Back to Space Marines. I always goof up their chapter name. Hospitalars? Yep, those. They're an Imperial Fist successor. But they are all white with yellow, and then this really bright red over all that white. So I did these off stream so I could go focus mode. But I have 6 of these that I was working on. Riot, thank you so much for that sub for 39 months of support. I appreciate it. How are you today? Panda, welcome in. How are you? Pasta Spittlers. There we go. That's what I was coming up with. Yep. So that's what I was spending part of Thursday and all of Friday on. But after working around all of that white armor, I need a I need a bit of a break, and we're gonna work on some lizards. So that's my plan. I need to not look at those for a little bit. Hey Bahamut, welcome in. How are you today? It's got my GW story anniversary this upcoming Saturday. Decided if I'm gonna buy stuff to hit the free goodie tier. I'm buying the special Votank guy, of course. Of course. Your Bryce says when you do the injury test, a lotter just misses the rest. Misses the rest of the game. But then you miss the next game, and niggling injuries +1 to the next roll. Oh, okay, stat penalties, and then dead. Oh no. Need to build some Blade Guard one day. I really love the Blade Guard. I've painted a bunch of them, and I still love them. They're just cool minis. I think the Blade Guard and the Aggressors are still my favorite Primaris stuff. They're just really cool. Crash Tactics, welcome in. How are you? Right, you have pink eye. Oh no. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, you could use a however it's pronounced. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that word, but I do. I think it's because there is a hospitalier, like it's said a different way, and that one's spelled different, and it goofs me up every time. Jesse, thank you so much for that sub for 37 months. The Serpent Nerdios from GameholeCon. Hope stream goes well. Thank you so much for that. I hope you're having so much fun. I can't wait to hear about it. Enjoyed today, Jazzy. Have a good one. Repray, welcome in. Hoot, hello. How we doing? Says, I really like the heavy intercessors, even though they're not blood angel-y at all. They're a little bit, but generally, I'm sorry, not generally what's good. I mean, you can still get a few, you know. Not go nuts. Well, still get a few, I think. Gotta get the ones you like. Gotta get a little bit of chunk. This just in, Nikki prefers chunky thick Marines. I mean, did you think I wouldn't? Caddis JPIC, hello, how we doing today? You guys have seen my Kingdom Death streams, of course I like the thick Marines. I feel like that's like given. And it says, I want an auction for Big Cthulhu Mini. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Hoping they didn't change shipping a lot. I've paid already and the cost of shipping looked right. Yeah, I don't think they can change it. I think once you're set, you're set. I wish I could help more, Panda. I haven't had to deal with any of that. So hopefully you can get everything worked out. I would say don't be afraid to email eBay itself if you need to. In lore, the heavy weapon squad are some of the most veteran of the Blood Angels, like Devastators. They can't control the whole raging bloodlust over a few decades. They're not allowed to hold the big guns. Space Wolves are the same. That was the long fangs, long in the fame. They were the older veteran dudes. They got the big weapons. Who says, I got Soul Blight minis that I have to remove the pre-designed basing material from. Cut that shit out. Agreed, Hoot. I think I have to do that with some of the Marines, as I have to figure out, some of them have the tactical rocks, but we're doing resin bases, so I have to see if I can get them to fit and look okay. Who doesn't like thick boys? Exactly. Exactly. And says, I don't know how some people put eye drops in every day. Aiming a bottle at your eye, just waiting for something to fall into it is terrifying. I can't do them. Nope. I'll suffer. I'll just suffer. If the seller's like, it's gonna be X more, I'll be like, what? Yeah, that's probably when you go to eBay. But yeah, don't be afraid to reach out to eBay itself. From what I have found, eBay is like super responsive to stuff. So if you have a question. Are you a wolf yet? No? Okay, you get the shotgun. Yeah. You get the shotgun. You're a marine now. There's no shit deep. Yep. In you go. In you go. Norman, hello. How are you today? We're working on a lizard on top of a dinosaur. It's the best day. How are you? And then after stream, I'm going to build my last lizard to put on that last dinosaur. And then I've got to put a list together with all of my lizards and dinosaurs so that Scott and I can learn Age of Sigmar. I like threw something together. I don't think it's great. But it didn't have these boys in it, so I've got to adjust stuff. Life of Madness, thank you so much for that sub for 44 months. Good morning. How are ya? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. How's your weekend? Dee Dee wobbling on in here. How are ya? They immediately start doggy paddling. It's all they know. Yep. Space Wolf confirmed. Confirmed. Aaron says, I finally got my Void War bases yesterday too, but found a small issue. I don't know if there's room for magnets, under them to use the Magna Rack. The base isn't as deep as the normal on the underside. So you're saying it's not, you don't think it's deep enough to put to drill magnets in? Sorry. Oh, arguments about chores. Good luck, Norman. Scott's got Soul Blight. He's got some Soul Blight and Flesh Eater Quartz stuff. He's got. I'm excited to see the cosplay at Final Fantasy XIV has their Fan Fest. This weekend. They always do a really good job. I'll have to check it out after. They doing the little show and stuff now. Okay, how are you? Pretty good here. Decided to break out the lizards to get out of batch painting slump here. In the orcs and now some marines. I just need something different today. We're gonna lizard it up. Will I be a potato? I am cat girl. I am cat girl. My character's so cute. I know that Exalted is there though, and he is potato. He says, busy weekend. I think I caught something too, but I hope not. I also hope not. Hope that you're feeling better. Hope you can get everything done that you want to get done this weekend. Busy. Yeah, what is everyone up to this weekend? Mentioned we were out at the game store. A good party yesterday. What are you guys up to? It was really nice getting to see some people we hadn't seen in a while. And I'm excited to learn Age of Sigmar. Now, the molded parts kind of take up room at the bottom, so I'll have to find shallow magnets to experiment with. Yeah. I mean, there's some pretty small magnets. Might take ordering some thinner ones to get it to do what you want. What a nerd! Wait, in-game cosplay? Yeah, IRL cosplay at the convention thingy. Unless you're talking to Dee Dee, then ignore me. Other than that, there is a fighting game tournament also going on this weekend. East Coast Throwdown. I think I'm actually going to raid over there when we wrap up today. I've been watching Dragon Ball Fighter, some Street Fighter. I was watching some Guilty Gear. Kind of been my weekend. Not sure how many of you follow Warlord Games on Facebook. They've been showing pictures of a bolt action tournaments being hosted. Oh, where I play games? That's fun. I know that place. Honey, you're a potato? Cause cat girl. I don't think you understand. Cat girl. I'll just keep repeating cat girl, though. Let's see, I watched the Marvel vs. Capcom finals this morning. It was pretty hilarious. Good. Good. It's been fun to watch. So I'll catch probably the rest of that today. Hey, Gladiator, welcome in. How are you? We are working on a dinosaur, which will have a lizard. That's our plan for the day. How are you? Trying to get all this gold to lighten him up a little bit. Until we can get highlights on. It's a little dark here on camera. Trying to brighten him up. I understand, cat, but cat girl, even better. Even better. If I could be fox girl, the game would be perfect. Squeezel, welcome in. How are ya? I saw that today is George and Lando's 100th race start. Lewis has more wins than they have starts. That's so crazy. You put it in perspective like that. Let's see. Slam says, one guy, OG player Ray Ray on the ropes, was one game away from winning the tournament. Had Ray Ray's last character infinite combo that would have won the game. He drops it right at the end, calls his other character in as an assist. Ray Ray happy birthdays him, wins the game, resets the bracket, and wins the tournament. Holy shit. Yeah, I can only imagine. The man's face is pure. Yeah, no, that's... Jeez. Yeah, that's, he'll never live that down. That's insane. Good, glad you're good. Is there any projects you're working on? I've been working on a whole bunch of orcs and then some marines. So we're taking a little bit of a lizard break today. Because I think this is just one of those armies where it's always fun to work on, right? You can't be sad while you're painting lizards and dinosaurs. You just can't. It's impossible. Trying to get over some batch painting with some lizards. Need a little break before we dive into more batch painting. Because next up we've got Chaos Knights, and it's going to be a lot of trim and little things like that. Cables. What is the front of your... The jade. It is the jade, okay. Badging, yeah. Ray Ray with the exclamation birthday, that's right. I need to show... Scott won't appreciate it. I need to show him the cool Dragon Ball one I watched. With the happy birthday that went on forever. Gladiator's finishing. Ooh, Chaos Space Marines. Just finished a Halberd. Very nice. I started some Emperor's Children a little bit ago. Because I am basically banking on them getting a codex here soon. So I'm just going to get an early start. Halberd's a fun mini. I enjoyed working on that. What else have you got lined up for him? A lot of gold trim. Yup. I have a Helldrake I need to do for them, and I am just dreading it. I've had that model for a while. It was originally going to go with my Thousand Suns. But I've got a Helldrake. I've got the new Warpsmith. We need to get to Emperor's Children color. What else do I have? Oh, I have a Lord Discordant. We have Vashtar we need to start. Hopefully Fulgrim returns. I hope so. Here for it. I love the Heresy kit that he's getting. Definitely gonna pick that up. It is badass and gigantic. Oh, Walter's Workshop. Hello. It's good to see ya. How's your weekend going? We're working on lizards and dinosaurs. How are you? So you have a Helldrake. Oh, you've got a also and a sorcerer. Okay. The Helldrake's not a fun one, but man, it's such a cool model when it's done. I think it's almost worth it. Almost. Thinking about the newest Fulgrim is 30k, so that's the second Primarch they've redone Ascended range after Ascended Horus. Technically, yeah. We could technically get a 40k. Yeah. We absolutely can. I'm kind of banking on it, honestly. Maybe all of that is in the queue together. Would be cool. Not too bad. Chilling a wee bit for going, ooh, a pumpkin patch. Classic fall things. I love that. I'm ready for more fall things. It got up to 90 degrees here again yesterday. Because Texas is in the roller coaster we get before it like actually becomes fall and stays cooler. We're coming up to hopefully it staying. Yeah, it was warm when we were running around yesterday. I'm ready for it to stay fall. Look at the red boys. Fly, this is all your fault. Fly was working on lizards. We finished Lore Master of Sotek's lizards, and I was like, you know what? Time to work on more lizards. Time for more lizards. I did pick up one other model yesterday. I picked up the Lord of Hubris as well. Need to get him primed. He's cool. Kuzadan, hello, Rolling Hercule Punch. Welcome on in. 56 months of support. How are you this weekend? Welcome in. Thank you for support. Anyways, there's the only problem with Fulgrim being a snake lad. He can't be properly caked like the Age of Sigmar dude. That's okay. We got 40k. Don't worry about it. We'll get the cake. Fall things, not falling to heat things, right? I'm so ready, Dee Dee. It just needs to stay cool. Nikki tried to get me to buy the Cities of Sigmar. It was just sitting there. I don't know what else to tell you. It was just sitting there waiting for a home. I think JW's coming with a bunch of models, like Lucius the Eternal. I hope so. That Lucius needs a new model, like yesterday. But yeah, that's what I'm banking on. I hope get some more Noise Marines, Lucius the Eternal. We already got we got Bile before. So yeah, bring them all out. Jesus, I almost have a moment of confusion for going, oh right, Fahrenheit. Whenever US folks mention temperatures, I know I have to do the I always have to pull up Google when UK friends are talking weather. Right, Panda? The Boo one has a lot of stuff like that, yeah. I did not like that. I did not like that. Catch up here. Wasted Mine, thank you so much for that sub. For 39 months of support. So stay strong. Don't let the Slanesh worshipper seduce you to Age of Sigmar. I mean, I have that chaos you bought me, Wasted Mine. How are you? How's your weekend? Fat Rat, hello. How are you? Fun Chaos factions get nothing. We're gonna get our own stuff. I have to make it myself. We're gonna get it. Goose dances to Panda. Felt like callback to Cell absorbing the random businessman. That was also pretty messed up. Yep. There's a surprising amount of body horror. Yeah. Vegeta inside Boo still cracks me up. How grossed out he gets. Kills me. I was dying watching that. New Skaven, maybe? For what? Just in general? Ah, okay. Sorry, Panda. Yeah, you're at the arc where I think I've only seen it once, and my timeline gets a little funky. But it's pretty great when you get there. I've been trying my best to not say anything unless I know you're at a part. I will hush for a bit. Because my timeline gets a little goofed up. What I need to do is read the manga so that it sticks. What 40k nonsense are we gonna get in the preview today? What do we think the preview today will be, chat? Any guesses? Any guesses? Farrah says, I'm good, getting ready to go slap 1,000 butts on the pitch. Let's go, Fat Rat. I hope you guys have fun. Ah, thank you, Gladiator. I appreciate that. Who says Or the rest of the Empire range. Give me the Manticore. I'm ready for Manticore Lady to come out. I'm ready for people to be working on that. The model is beautiful. Beautiful. I think he's alive somehow since he's in Super. True. I guess I can't spoil it too much. Lamb says, I didn't watch the video itself, but the other day I saw a thumbnail that said the Imperium are the Space Skaven, and it wasn't too far off. Fanatical, lots of tech and magic, praise a greater version of themselves as their leader, so people can stop asking. Skaven already in there. Oh, Kill Team box? Let me catch up. Hey, Titan, welcome in. How long do you think till the rest of the Leviathan range will come out? Like the Neurogaunts, Tyrant, or the Bliss? Oh, them all separately? That's a good shout. What do we think, chat? I'll be honest, I hadn't thought about it because I had just picked up the box. Titan, do you want to see what I was working on all Friday? Let me finish this gold here, and then I show and tell. Actually, that's all gold, so I'll just stop there. Okay. Friday, I was working on these boys. I'm trying very, 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 very carefully to not goof up all this white. Whoops. Yeet them across the table. Got them started. I got shields started. But today, I need a break from them, because it was a lot of holding my breath. And working really carefully around all that white. So we're taking a lizard break today. But yeah, they're my focus for this week. So hopefully, I'll get a lot of good progress on them. Yeah! Got them, and then we'll get back to the Praetors. When I don't want to work on white. Let's see, is Corin's a magical bean? He's in his own tower, grows magical healing beans. He should also grow the beans in the hyperbolic time chamber. I'm sure there would be more if he did that. That's true. That's true. But, like, he grows exactly as many as the plot requires, which is great. Love that for him. He doesn't want the muscular idiots to feel more comfortable having planet-destroying death battles. More beans, they'll be doing it all the time. True. It's another one of those, yeah. Whatever the plot requires, he will have. There's a lot of that in Dragon Ball. I love the series, but there's a lot of that. This might be 1 week of the Age of Sigmar Warcry-centric weeks. Although, at the end of the death, I fully forgot what was on order yesterday. I also kind of forgot, if I'm honest. Was that... I think it was Heresy stuff, right? Texas Wargamer, welcome in. How are ya? I'll be making morning sensu smoothies and punching each other constantly. True. Or fixing to run out of arid wastelands, empty Iceland's vast ice west. There's only so many mountains they can blow up, right? There's only so many. Like, that's already a problem. Giving them more excuses to eat people into mountains. Can't have that. At some point, the rest of us still have to live on the planet. I don't know. Himalayas are in shambles. Doing good. So someone painting Lizard Man had dropped by and check it out. They are so much fun. I built the Lancers yesterday. So I got this boy pretty close to launch just because he was cool. And then we're going to try and actually learn Sigmar here soon. So I had to have his friends, obviously. George, thank you so much for that sub. For 3 months of support. How's your weekend? Welcome, welcome on in. Howdy, howdy. What you up to this weekend? I'd say just got Leviathan Dread off eBay. I'm probably going to proxy as the Blistus. Might as well now that they are they're legends. Goku's gonna destroy the planet, but I live here. Exactly. Well, this Dragon Ball talks make me want another Mother Earth. Sorry, makes me want Mother Earth become a character and eat them all off the planet. She's just tired of their stuff. Avian, I did add something to Throne that you wanted me to add to Throne. Speaking of Dragon Ball. You asked me to put it on, I did put it on. Speaking of Throne, I am saving for a microphone. If you guys would like to help out, that's over on my Throne. It is a crowdfund thing, so when it reaches the goal, it will purchase my microphone. Basically, I want to replace, because I'm not really using my mixer, just to have a very consistent, easier audio setup that I can kind of fine-tune. That's the plan, so that's on there. Playing this model already, really like it. Good and low point games, which is all I've played currently. George says, weekend is good, just bunking Heretics and Darktide. Slowly working on the Phobos team. How has the Darktide update been for those who have been playing Darktide? I will probably not go back, but I am curious. How's Darktide going? Fortunately, it burned me a little too bad here at release, so I don't think I'll get back to it. It's so good. I'm glad. For those still playing, I'm glad. You like it, Panda? Let's see, probably next place, would you be down to paint a base for the Leviathan? The model's already painted, but I want to match this. We can do that. Yeah, we can work it in with, if we're doing another project together, we can absolutely get that worked in. Let me get it paint real quick. Dee says, my friends are happy with it, but I haven't given it a try. I've heard it's good. Oh. Okay, here she goes again. Yeah. Nope. Nope. She goes again. Somehow worse than the pillow. Alright, she good? Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Sorry, bot lady was going on. Yep, the fantastic. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. He'll go in the corner when he gets here. We'll go in the corner. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. There it says, I've been digging it, but now I have all 4 classes maxed. I'm kind of done. For the lulz in the nerd corner, that's right. You don't want to snuggle Piccolo every night? You have to make room. Okay, he'll be in here to play games with us. It'll be great. I suggested, I had to contribute. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. I can't believe you found it. It's just like, remember opening Discord and be like, what the heck? What is Avian tagging me in? Does that mean you'll get yours soon too, Slam? Slam found an excellent one for Vegeta. Sorry, Sadie and Scott. No snuggles tonight. They belong to Papa Piccolo. So silly. I'm glad I found a safer work one. Oh, yeah. Who knows what is out on the interwebs. They're hard at work. The fan art people. Hard at work. But thank you, thank you. And then that microphone that's on there. I think I'm gonna, hopefully, fingers crossed, Black Friday, I can scoop that up. So if we're close to that, I will scoop it up then. And then I think that is, I'll send you a few links of the not safe for work ones. Don't thank me, it's okay. I found a Wario one the other day. I haven't recovered yet. The internet has everything. Something for everyone. The beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. So Piccolo's safely hidden away. At least for this one, yes. Yes. Amazing. Yeah, hopefully Black Friday we can get it. I think then we're set. think the only thing I want to get, like, really locked down is our Vigi games setup after that. I need to figure out... I need to get, like, push-to-talk and kind of Discord stuff set up for that. I've never had to do that before. I think that's the last little bit. It's exciting. Did you ever try doing tiger stripes like the old Jurassic Park artwork for the Raptor Alpha, also known as the big one? I don't know if I would for these. Just with the way that the scales are sculpted. You could. I probably won't, though. I think I'll probably just stick to the... pretty close to the box art. I actually really like the box art for this one. Like, when they first showed it off, I just, like, fell in love with the mini. So I'll probably stick pretty close to it. I don't have any, I guess, big inspiration to change it. So I'll probably just stick to it. Oh, I missed that. Hiding your power level. Honor first, hello, how are you? What you up to today? We are painting lizards on dinosaurs. Trying to get more of the little details. Gonna be a lot of highlighting scales here in a little bit, so I'm kind of putting that off, like we did last time. Yes, it has to get done, but I don't want to do it right now. Painting some Deathwing, let's go! Yeah, for those who have come in, what projects have we got on the table? What have we got this weekend? Oh, hi, yo! Hello! How are you? I'm looking at my lizard. Very cute. Alright, I guess we should start the little saddle too, huh? Let's get the inside of his little mouth, because I've got that color out, and then we'll do the saddle. Oh, tried your hand in checkered pattern, let's go! Where are you putting the checkers? Trying to remember from Deathwing where that would be. On the Power Fist? That's a good spot for it. Let's say I painted some Necron Warriors, Locust Destroyers, nice. Me and my roommate have gone halvesies on Necrons. That's awesome. Necrons have some fun models. I think with their, the little refresh that they got some really cool stuff to work. Did you do the base skin tones with airbrush? I did, yep. I started with Squig Orange, and then I worked up to the red and the brown. And then I did, I think it was Jacaro Orange as my final orange. And then we'll come back by hand for all the highlighting. The thing I kind of learned while working on the other Seraphon is really getting the, like a wash or a glaze in between all the scales. Helps a huge amount. So I'll be doing that today. And then highlighting up. Get it though? Oh, trying my hand? Sorry, I missed it. I see what you did now. I see what you did now. Necron's an easy mod. They're an easy army to get together pretty quickly, yeah. If you're looking for that. Obviously, you can spend a lot of time, but pretty easy to get them together. Alright, I think, oh, let's get Claws over here. Got black. Paul John's Lives, this just tossed dinner in the crock pot. Ooh, trying a French onion chicken recipe. Sounds really good. It is crockpot season. I'm very excited. I need to pick out a few things to make next week too. Might have been christened by my friend as Spider-Man Aggradons. They have bright red scales and blue fleshy bits. Though I did make their faces purple, kind of show them kind of spawn or blessing of an old one. Tepak has the old one of protection, question mark. You would know more than I do. But that's cool. That's a cool idea. Raisin, thank you so much for that sub for 21 months. It's good to see you. How are you today? Welcome on in. We're just painting some lizards on dinosaurs. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. The only thing that bothers me with Necrons, oh, is the orbs. Yeah, I could see that. After, if you wanted to zoom through Necrons, then having to spend a little bit more time on the orbs. The new one coming out was also really cool. The new mini-wee. Blanking on his name now. But the one coming with the codex was really... I think they did a nice job. Orb. Hey Varric, you're welcome in. How are you? For everyone coming in, what are we working on? What projects that we got on the table? I was showing chat. I was working on some Spec Marines end of last week. We just finished some orcs. What else have I got over here? Oh, here's one of our orcs. Gonna try and get this guy on a base this week. And then some Kingdom Death. Nearly time to stop zoomies and do painties. Let's go, Sly. Very stoked for the silly kit bash. Call of Duty, everything in the kitchen sink bolter from my infiltrator veteran. More attachments, scruples, more power. Absolutely, it is. Yep. You just keep attaching things. It's very orky, but yes, absolutely how it works. More DACA, I say. Appropriate for Orktober, exactly. We had to get our orc projects in here during Orktober. I know Avian's working on some orcs. Anyone else have Orktober projects? Mousebait was working on some last night. I love Mousebait's whips now because there's always a kitty cat in the back. So on top of really cool model, we also get kitty cat every time. Makes me happy. Let's see, got some Daughters of Cain models start painting, some terrain to finish. Then you decide on my next army start. Ooh, Sons, Nurgle, or Seraphon. I mean, I may be a little biased, but Seraphon are pretty fun. I have enjoyed the heck out of my Seraphon. Yeah, welcome on in. So many. Yeah, Panda's been crushing the orcs for Orktober. There you go, some of the other favorites from that channel. What channel is this? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to investigate later. They're running dinos with dinos. Riding dinos, fighting with dinos. It's the best army. It's just, like... Skaven are my main army for Sigmar, but, like, Seraphon, though. If I played Sigmar, I'd probably get Seraphon or Ogre Maw Tribes. I will say I prefer the fantasy models, so I'm really glad to be getting back to Sigmar. 40k is great, but it's a lot of Space Marines, especially as a commission painter. It's a lot of Space Marines. Just the variety you get in Sigmar is more fun to me. It's been really nice to get back to here. Got these, I've got Slanesh. I do still want to get back to my Eldar, but a quick little lizard break, I think, is needed here the next week or so. We'll get back to it. Hey, Gambit. This is from Games Workshop. So this is the Scar Veteran on Aggradon. So he will go here when we're done. But yeah, this is from Games Workshop. It's a plastic kit. How are you today? Oh, I got him stuck. There-ish. The real Eternal Crusade, yeah. Painting Space Marines. It's Krillin time! Let's see. Very curious. Says, won the Seraphon Vanguard box in an event, so I picked up more to round them out. That's awesome. Congrats. Nikki's favorite army is Blissbarb spam. Just get Hoot. It's going to be all Blissbarb and then that big chariot. That's all I'm going to take. Yep. I just need a billion of each of those. Lace of Mine says, October, never heard of it. Everyone's month is National Eldari Month. A month where I might do something for my Eldari, but probably not. Do you use plastic glue or super to fuse painted parts? Painted, you'll have to use super. Once you've got paint on, you'll have to use super glue. Because you no longer have plastic to melt together. Nothing but spike wheel chariots, yep. Lamb got to listen to me build that. Fun times. I'll take that. Let's see, this guy's rolls are nasty if you give it the Spear and the Blade of Realities relic. You give the model like 4 Ren 3 attacks with 2 damage each. Thank you for that. File that away for when I get my list together later today. Appreciate that. He says, if I'd known this player intended to have him grow wings, I would not have given this kobold a cape. Uh-oh. We've got too much going on with the wings. I did. I heard words I never even knew existed. Her breadth of curses were breathtaking. And you're breathtaking. For last night, I was like, gonna build my warp spiders and fire dragons with super glue senpai. This morning, lacking caffeine. Let's get it, wasted mine. Let's get that caffeine. Let's build those Eldar. Let's go. So, we're gonna be here for a little bit longer. We got time. Let's go. If anyone else needs it, let's go. Pick up that mini. Pick up that brush. Would be a shame if I forced him to fight last. You wouldn't, you monster. You monster. Yeah, on top of having to learn my Seraphon, I have to learn all the nasty stuff Scott's army can do. I think I remember parts of it from when we played when I still was on my Skaven. I definitely don't know all of it. We'll have to learn Soulblight shenanigans too. Now he's got new minis. I don't know what they do. I don't know what my stuff does. At least with the Skaven, I kind of knew from like previous editions what everything did. Now I have no idea. He's a bomb on a dino, especially if he gets the charge. Kill less armies get the +1 to wound on the charge, so the -3 Ren attacks are wounding on 2's first round of combat. You're saying everything I like to do. I think I definitely picked the right boys to take. I do like to charge. Take the command trait that gives the mount extra attacks. Bill, hello! You're breathtaking. How are you? What you up to today? Bill, do you need anything else from me for mini exchange shenanigans I'm about to talk about? Chat, for the month of November, we're going to do a mini exchange. If you guys have joined us in the past, it'll be very similar. If you have not, basically what we do is we all pick a character type model. So think GW hero size, that like $35 hero size. Pick one like that. Don't start painting just yet. You can get it assembled and primed. But for the month of November, we're all going to paint together on that mini. And then at the end, anyone who finishes their mini, we're going to exchange. So think Secret Santa, but you'd exchange at the end. So you don't know who you're painting for. That way you get to paint whatever you want, and then it goes to a good home at the very end. If you guys are interested, start thinking about the model you'd like to do. We will have a sign up and more stuff in the Discord here very soon. But be thinking about that. I'm going to be doing a Kingdom Death model, I think. Exciting. But yeah, be thinking about it. That way when we're ready to roll, you'll be ready to roll as well. He says it's a bit busy. It's mostly now I have to remove a bit of the cape to make room for the wings. Is this guy a character? Yes. He's like a, like a captain, like Slam said. So he will lead the unit of 3 that I picked up yesterday. Essentially. How that works. Mini exchange? Woo! I need to reset the form. It's on my list. Awesome. Let me know when you want me to open it. Whenever you're ready, we're ready, Bill. I want to get signups. People can start thinking about it. Whenever you're ready, we good. What model do you want from me? Seeing as you always seem to get my... What are you thinking about doing, Slam? What have you got? Anyone who's thinking about the exchange, because we have talked about it a little bit. What are we thinking about doing? I mentioned mine will be Kingdom Death. I just need to decide which Kingdom Death. I pulled out a few we could do. Yeah, just look at the model. Don't touch it. Don't touch it yet. We paint in November. How to ensure William ends up with Ludba Mini? That's when you bribe Bill. Yep. That's when you bribe Bill. And then he will lead the next third. We also buy. That's right. Well, I mean, this one is full command. So I do need just, like, regular dudes. You know? This guy's, like, my champion, my musician, my standard bearer. I have to have just regular dudes, too. So I need at least 3 more. At least. Small part of me thought about putting together one of 2 Necro Galaxy minis I have, because she's pretty small. Which one is... Really? Yeah, I guess she's smaller than I thought. I thought she was one of the larger scale. It's a cool mini, though. Yeah, what's everyone else thinking about doing? Mini exchange. It's kind of fun getting not Warhammer stuff. Because I know that a lot of us paint a lot of Warhammer. Kind of fun seeing the variety of stuff for the... If anyone needs any ideas, that could be D&D characters. Could be Warhammer. And be Kingdom Death. I think people have mentioned like Limbo Division. You can 3D print if you've got a 3D printed character you want to mess around on. But yeah, anything about that hero size, you're good to go. And do something I can paint. Let's go. I'm doing a Relic Blade mini. That'll be cool. A little different. Thinking about it. Forma's up. You'll be ready to go. Everyone paint Limbo Division and send it to Will. Limbo Division Rabbit. Those are cool too. I feel like that'd be a fun little... Because they've still got like some fun details and stuff to work. Armor and things. Alright, I think we've put it off long enough. I need to do the in between the scales. So let's do that. They're not grab. Grab right next. Where is it? Oh. I picked up more blue this weekend. Our local store has a Monument Hobbies paint, and I decided I wanted a few more. And I picked, but I think they're going to be perfect for Vegeta, so. For our anime repaint. So it was for a reason. It wasn't just cuz. I got that. I got their washes to try. And I got some of their kind of like pinky flesh tone colors. I'm going to try those out here soon. An excellent justification. See, that's how I have to do it. It's like, okay, every time I get it, it's for this. Aiden says, I had too much anxiety last time. The downside, the varnish jobs suck. The upside, I finally figured out how I was, messing up my varnish. That's good that we have learned, Avian. This was too much anxiety for the exchange. It's supposed to be, I'm going to throw this out there. It's supposed to be fun. So if you are stressing out about it, don't worry about it. Pick a mini and have fun. That's all you have to do. We're not doing miniature exchange roll. We all paint Ludwig accidentally goes to Will. Monument paints, they're nice paints. I just don't like the lids. No, it's all good, Evian. Thank you. It was really funny. I took it to the checkout counter, and like everyone who passed me said the same thing. Good paints. We hate the lids. Really, really funny. Instantly validated. Yep. Alright, I'm taking Rhinox and I'm just kind of putting it in between the scales before we start highlighting, because when we highlight, you can clean up anything where I'm a little messier. Just need a little bit more depth before we start. The exchange, yeah, it's supposed to be fun. So pick a mini you're going to have fun with. And know that it's going to be going to a good home. They're going to be well loved. But if you don't finish, that's okay. You just don't get matched up. Like there's literally no downside. So hop in. Pick out something fun and hop in. Tim says, random hobby shower thought I had the other day. The one effect I've rarely seen done. Sort of a doppled light on a model, so if they're under a tree or something. I was thinking how you'd do that. Whether it'd be done with an airbrush stencil, careful brushwork, like how people do camo. I've seen some on display work, and I believe it is brushwork, yeah. I've seen it on a few models. Maceman says, spend more than I care to think about on replacement lids for my Pro paints. They got me. If everyone else picked pinups, I'd purposely do one that is not pinup, so Will would feel safe to participate. Yeah. There is an option on there. If you don't want not safe for work, is an option. Candace says, both the minis I've received stare at me and judge me from my painting desk. Yeah, mine are in my display case. The ones that we've done from the other exchanges. Really fun to go in there and see them. But we'll be doing that for November. Be thinking, chat. Speaking of something completely different, red. I've tried reds from like 10 different brands, but I always come back to the GW reds. Everything else seems to not cover, even after countless thin coats. I really like the Games Workshop reds. That is one of the colors I will pretty much always use Games Workshop. Corn red and Mephiston red are both so nice to work with. Evil Suns is great to highlight up too. I haven't used Wazdaka as much, but it's a really nice kind of more desaturated red. But yeah, Games Workshop has some nice reds, for sure. Hey, Drama Drain Rich, welcome in. How are you today? Coming on in with your corn dog. Hello, how are you? Corn dog sounds really good. We are working on, we have a dinosaur, which will have a lizard, which is probably the best type of project you can have. How are you? Try and leave him in frame for you guys. You're swell good, glad to hear it. Anything you're working on? I've been working on some orcs for Orktober. Now some marines. It's time for lizards. Get a little break here before we dive into what I can only describe as way too many Chaos Knight panels. Is our next big project. Way too many panels. Starting to go kind of tiger striped. It's just the in between the scales. It helps quite a bit. I just feel like it's really dark on camera, which I don't super like right now, but progress. Found your model? Let's go. You have an extra ringtail vixen. Perfect. We get to Kingdom Death together, Avian. Excited. Again, Fox Girls. The ringtail vixens are some of my favorite minis. I like those and the white speaker models. Very, very pretty. I might let you guys pick. I might pick a couple and let you guys pick. Let's see, I'm at work at the moment, but I have Blood Bowl ogres and cities of Sigmar on the bench at home. That's awesome. We have a few people here in chat who are getting more into Blood Bowl. It's been really fun to watch. The new cities line has been just beautiful. I'm excited for the rest of that to come. They've done such a good job with that. Well, welcome on in. Thanks for coming to check us out. Bill says, not sure if you've already mentioned this, I noticed that the starter box challenge has more than 1,000 views. Good job, everyone. Dang, that's crazy. Chat, if you missed it, our starter box challenge showcase is up on YouTube, which is what you guys worked on all of August. So for those who weren't here, our community decided that with 10th edition and the new combat patrol system, that we would all take a starter box and paint them up together for August. And we did a showcase at the end just to see everyone's work and count up all the minis we painted together. So if you guys want to see what everyone worked on and get that final total, that's in that video. Thank you everyone who joined. I'm excited to do more challenges. What do we think? We want to do some more stuff? I think December we're looking at to do something larger, a vehicle or a monster. You guys want to check that out? That's crazy. Thank you, Bill. I didn't know I'd gotten to 1,000. That's crazy. It sounds like a Lizard Man podcast between the scales. Or a soap opera is how I made it sound. Do you have a skin workup human on Patreon? Oh, so it would be mixed in. So it would be kind of based on the model. So, Avian, my plan is to actually do a quick YouTube on skin tones and then more in depth for Patreon. So we'll have a more specific, I think would be the right word there. Or like specifically skin tones here soon. It is on my list. Let me catch up here. Your Seraphon are still in the boxes. Come join us. We'll be here another couple hours. Grab some Seraphon. Walter's Workshop says, I just got myself the Wood Elf Blood Bowl team, so it's like it'll be fun. I have the Skaven one. It's just, I don't know anyone here who plays Blood Bowl. Bill was very kind to teach us like a couple rounds at ReaperCon, but that is the most Blood Bowl I have played. Ketta says, I feel like painting dwarves. Painted one last weekend and had such a blast. Any monetization left video should be divided up by model count. You can all share in my 0 cents. You can all share in my vast YouTube money of 0 cents. Add Between the Scales to the list of Warhammer-themed romance novels. That's right, like the Dark Angel of Ashtor. On top of our fighting games, we also have our lucrative romance novel line. Yep. The merch for this is getting kind of ridiculous. I feel bad asking what's on your Patreon. I mean, I could go look. I wish it was easier to, like, look around, Avian. I try to do, like, the tags and stuff, but I think it's still really easy for things to get buried, so I don't mind. I'm excited to get back to some of it, honestly, now that I kind of have a plan in place. William, hello! How are you? Coming in with some copy pasta. This lizard's return. Nikki's money we burn. Scott's hair we turn gray. Once more to the fray. Will, how are you today? Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Terry, welcome in. How are you? See, that's the other thing, Kedis, is I kept getting emails that, like, Patreon was updating stuff, and I'm like, uh-oh, like, I'm about to change how I'm doing mine. I need to get in and see what they've changed. I think Wasted Mind had already kind of prepped me that it was hard to find things, so I'll get in there and see what the damage is. But the idea going forward, I guess for my patrons that are in there, is small tutorials will be on both. So I will put them on YouTube and on Patreon. The more in-depth, longer tutorials are going to be on Patreon. So that's the goal here going forward. And I think this week I'm going to go ahead and cancel Wednesday stream to do some more recording. I think I need it. That is probably the plan this week. Get the next set of videos recorded. Streamer. Oh, look at my throat. What? You don't like my stuff, William? I don't understand. Why don't you like my wish list? It's annoying change, at least in my opinion, to how Patreon displays recently added content. Why does setting up a new phone have to be so tricky? It's Google Play and not the phone annoying me. Oh, I don't know. When I went to go help my mom get a new phone, and they made it crazy easy. So I don't know what part you're messing with, but they transferred, like, everything, and I wasn't anticipating that. So I don't know specifically what you're working on, but from what I could tell, it seemed pretty easy. Oh, you don't remember our romance novel, Avian? I'm so glad we could bring that back for you. Anti-Ludba stocks in shambles. Not Ludba. What? What? Show me where the Ludba is, Will. Show me. Not Ludba. William's reliving the Lucius Throne event in his mind. Throne's just this, Throne's just awful for Will. I didn't even think about that. How much trauma Throne has just caused for Will. Show me on the sexy Piccolo where the Ludba is. Yeah, like, I don't understand. There's no Ludba. He's covered. I don't understand what the problem is. Alright, what do we want to work on next? We could start working. We want to start working on the writer, maybe? Let's get some washes on our gold, and we'll start the writer. I guess. Which body pillow are we chipping in to buy for Will? True! Azure Lane. Azure Lane. I'll use one of my 20 pots of Agrax I apparently have. Oh, I was gonna suggest Scott. Start working on your poses? I think the body pillow makes Phil feel things he's not prepared to deal with. Maybe that's it. That makes more sense, yeah. I mean, how could you not? How could you not? Uh-oh, you've got it, Slam. I love that this is what stream is. I'm like, hey chat, I'm raising money for a microphone, and instead, this is what we're focused on. I'm proud of you, chat. Proud of you. Oh, My Little Pony bot, of course. Of course. How could it be anything else? After our stunning revelation. I need to back up. I hope Cass had a good birthday, Will, if we haven't scared you off. How was birthday? Let me back up a second before I annoy you with my throne some more. That's right, happy birthday, Cass! Back here so I can at least say that. Ooh. Alright, so for our gold, again, Retributor armor, doing Agrax over it. We'll come back and highlight a bit later. That's gonna be another video. Believe it or not, it's gonna be a video. Thank you to our anonymous gifter. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. A bit closer to our microphone. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you get it figured out? You're very good. Glad to hear it. Thank you, everyone, for the help with the microphone. I was sat looking at budget and be like, let's gotta wait. Let's gotta wait. Avian says, I'm proud of you. Just so you know, Slam. Yep, very proud of Slam. Since I remember I was watching a COD charity drive a few years back with a bunch of YouTubers I used to watch. They were getting donuts. One of the guys was referring to all anonymous donors as Nani. Thanks for the 50 Nani. I thought it was a username. Thank you, Nani, for microphone. Very, very generous. Now coming here to help with microphone. I was like, damn, this person's hella rich. They don't like 5K. That's great. Oh, wait. Amy says, I use body pillows due to lower back pain, but no waifu or husband knows, and never will. There's always a chance. Hey, just Wolfie, welcome in. How are you? Oh, thank you. We just get started on this boy here. We've got the little rider to also start. How are you? Is there anything you're working on? Torchman says, I use one because my wife's too hot to snuggle with me, and oops. And I gotta snuggle to sleep. I'm the same. I snuggle a pillow when I sleep. Okay, Mary King, welcome in. Oh, Orktober is stressful. Uh-oh. Are we getting scared of end of month here? How we doing? What are we working on? You got this, I believe. I believe. We are getting closer to end of month. Everyone feeling good about Orktober? Halloween projects? I have to get photos of my Kingdom Death, and then I'm good. I'm glad that we took some time last week to get those finished. Otherwise, I'd probably be in trouble. I imagine Scott, or Nikki snuggling Scott. Scott can't sleep. I can't either. I get too hot. I'm a furnace. So the poor pillow gets stuck with me. The poor pillow gets stuck with me. I've made enough orcs this month to consider Orktober successful, even if I don't finish, guys. Yeah, you've been crushing it, Scratch Panda. Absolutely. Successful Orktober. Absolutely. You've gotten so much done. Alright, I think let's leave little dinosaur for now. Little Aggradon. Let's switch to the rider for a little bit while all of that dries. So here is rider. He will fit in there when we're done, so sit here-ish. But he also has a lot of golden stuff to take care of, so let's go ahead and start all of that. It's supposed to be 1 month. They're multiplied. Oh god, help me. Oh, I'm sorry, Chimera. This Orktober sounds not so much fun for you. I'm sorry. I mean, if it's too much, is it worth revisiting your goal for Orktober here? Is it, maybe we pick a smaller goal to get finished? That might be worth it here if we're stressing out over it. Still want it to be fun. So Stormtober is great. I have my gold figured out. I'm working on the rest of the color scheme. Damn, Stormcast paint up fast. Yeah, because if you've got the gold, and you have something like a dry brush kind of scheme or something like that, it's really just the cloth. I think some of them have feathers. Not a whole lot more than that. Time to set up the treadmill so I can stomp for 3 hours like a man. Let's go. Let's go. Or Nikki gets 2 Piccolo body pillows, just snuggles between them. I used to, so when I still lived on my own, I would have like a nest pillows. So I had the like body pillow across the top, and then yeah, I had a pillow on each side. And I just built a little nest for myself, and that's how I would sleep. Now I don't have room for my nest. So that's how I used to. Hey, Badab, welcome in. How are you? It says, did you get the models wet? You're not supposed to get them wet. Don't feed the orcs after midnight. That's true. Welcome in. How are you today? We are working on lizards riding dinosaurs. The best kind of hobby days. How are you? So I'm gonna make a Chinork and call it the Bell Orca. Let's go. And a kill wagon. Oh, cannon wagon. Avian says, went for a walk for an hour. Allergy said, hello that night. Oh no, not again, Avian. Dennis says, I think I'm going to finish my Pain Boy. I just have bases left on 5 Storm Boys. Let's go. I'm Gray. Welcome in. How are you? And Pelican, hello. How we doing? How much room in your hobby room? What are we doing, Avian? Got some idea? Well, you can see my room behind me. Nikki 100% just confirmed she is, in fact, 3 raccoons in a trench coat with the nest comment. No one else sleeps in a nest? Just me? Oh no. Exposed. Preview's up. Oh, did you guys have daylight savings? Up early. See, get around and take care of a couple errands. See you later if you're still here. Sounds good, Bill. We'll see you later. Bye-byes for now. Let me open that. That's weird. See it while it's up? Yeah, I grabbed it. I guess we did. I didn't realize. Oops. Now you know. So ours is in a couple weeks. I couldn't remember when. Yeah, maybe? Oh. Have you heard of, the love sacks? I have seen those, yeah. One of my friends has one. The giant beanbags. I do have my fuzzy chair, which has been nice. I don't think there's room for one of those, but... Pillow nest sounds good. I have 2 normal size ones, but full nest sounds nice nevertheless. Yeah, it was pretty great. Oh my god, it's Bees! Hello, how are you today? I can't imagine more unfortunate name than love sack. They're pretty great though. They're very comfortable. Except that now they do like couches and stuff too, which makes it a little weird. But all right, let's take a look at the article. I didn't realize we'd have it early. Give me 1 second. I am unprepared for article. See what we got here. Window capture. Doing all right, Sleepy? I had the hardest time getting out of bed this morning. I feel that. I feel that. Varl, thank you so much for that sub. For 48 months of support. It is article time. How are you? How's your weekend? Let me transition over here. All right, Sunday preview. The Cities of Sigmar muster. All right. Battle Tome. That's a cool cover. I know we've probably seen it before, but that's a really cool cover. Scrolling down here. I don't have to read everything about a tome. So then we've got the... Okay, so this is the limited edition. That's what I was scanning for. So limited edition. So it is the same art, but it removes all of the extra around the edges there. Get your tokens, everything like that. Scott says, I must hold strong. I just got more soul blight. I know. Bad timing. Oh, here she is. Also got Talia Vedrad, Lioness of the Parch. Such a cool mini. Guild mercenary whose keen strategic mind has seen her rise through the ranks of the free guilds and revolutionize them in the process. Talia Vedra remains first and foremost a warrior of the people. Leading from the front line, she rides her manticore Infernadine and inspires her fellow soldiers to fight with action and ardor. So cool. I love this mini. I have absolutely no reason to get her, but... but I want her. So cool. We've also got Pontifex Zenestra, Matriarch of the Great Wheel. While Talia encourages the troops for their inspiration, Zenestra appeals to their faith in the God King Sigmar. Uncompromising and unknowable, Zenestra is carried into battle on the back of the sacred palanquin, a curious skeletal double in tow, and her battlefield sermons whip allies into a frenzy. I could not get through that sentence, I'm so sorry. But another really cool mini. Very much reminds me of some of the older, like, Empire sculpts. Fidab says I will buy this and paint it in, like, 5 years. We've also got Green Guild Cavalier Marshal. I don't remember seeing this mini. I'm sure it was in a preview, but I don't remember him. The Free Guild Cavalier Marshal is a general who can galvanize even the most beleaguered soldier into action. Though they often accompany Free Guild Cavaliers on line-breaking charges, these marshals carry the weight of the logistics of the Dawnbringer Crusades, hence all the gear. Yeah, this is... I love me a good mini on a horse. Agreed. This is cool. It kind of reminded me of the Nurgle Harbinger came up. Very kind of similar idea. This is a cool mini. I like that a lot. We've also got the Free Guild Marshal and Relic Envoy. Has a couple different options. Free Guild Marshals are not just master strategists, they also more than handy in a fight. These veterans prefer a ground-level view of combat, sending orders down the line of battle via their Relic Envoys. The Marshal themselves has a wide array of build options, including 3 different heads, options for a shield in either hand, and a choice of weapons. Another really cool mini. The slices, yeah, that's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive. The Cav Marshal is the competition model entry for the new season, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of people picking that. We also got the Free Guild Command Corps. I don't remember these minis. Did I just like blank out on Cities of Sigmar? Why don't I remember these? I feel like I remember this bottom right one. I feel like I would remember. Free Guild Marshals know how to delegate, so call in their Command Corps, an eclectic bunch of characters, each with their own specialization. The group consists of a powerful Archknight, a flag-waving Grey Herald, an ever-watchful Whisperblade, a grim War Surgeon, a morbid Soul Shepherd, and their loyal mascot Gargoylian, with a bevy of cosmetic customization options. Why don't I remember these? Yeah, okay, it's not just me. All of these are minis I haven't seen before. Thank you, Bees, thank you, Slam. I was starting to feel like I was crazy. I don't remember these at all. They were shown off. Okay, probably because I was like, I can't get cities. I guess I just blacked out. I remember this guy, though, the Alchemite Warforger. Cities of Sigmar aren't equipped with soul-stealing sights or armor that thrums with magical lightning. Instead, they'll make do with humble gear forged in city smithies. However, the Alchemite Warforgers can imbue base metals with powerful kinetic energy, turning regular swords and axes into blazing weapons, magically reinforcing shields and breastplates. I think it's a cool mini. Y'all been drinking, I guess so. Tareya, hello, how are you? Hope you headed out, Erebray. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you later. I do not keep up enough with Age of Sigmar. I have a tough enough time seeing what is new in Warhammer. There are so many. And so many releases. The fact that they have releases every week is insane to me. Insane to me. I really have nothing bad to say about any of these new cities models. No, the whole line is so good. So good. Been lurking by, I caught stuff on the page. I love releases because more bits. Ray is here collecting all of the pieces. Okay, I don't super like this many, but everything else, amazing. We have this Fusel Major on Ogre Warhulk. Cities of Sigmar make great use of the Castlight formation in battle. The mobile watchtowers of this living fortification are Fusel Majors. Riding top Ogre Warhulks, Fusel Major snipes enemy targets and relays their maneuvers. Where the Ogre Warhulk has a towering shield and hefty club to defend their allies. I don't super love this one, but ooh. We have a Chaos Lord. We have a Warhulk. But here's my weakness. Ponies. Free Guild Cavaliers. Free Guild Cavaliers are not born to their station. They prove their worth as veterans of many battles. These mounted fighters carry fine gear that they have either earned through lengthy service or carried from their ransacked ancestral homes. This kit features a myriad of options for you to create units of uniquely majestic knights. We have the Fusiliers. Though the mortal realms are packed with horrors beyond imagination, there is little that cannot be felled by a concentrated volley of fire from the Free Guild Fusiliers. Should a target somehow survive to attempt a retaliatory charge, the defensive line will form up behind their heavy tabs? A new word for me. Reload and unleash hell once more. Also look great. I do love the shields for the whole army. He says I'm so hyped for these ones. I love the gun shields. Yeah, they're sick. Really, really. This poor guy, though. This poor guy hunched over, having a hard time today. Also got the steel helms. Along with their Free Guild Fusiliers, the Free Guild steel helms make up defensive walls of the Castlight formation. The discipline, determination, unwavering faith in Sigmar, these humble men and women go toe-to-toe with hulking orcs, gibbering demons, undead fiends to secure their place in the realms. Again, more cool. Havases. Thank you, Varl. That's a new word for me. Asnabal, welcome in. How are you? I'm on the Warhammer community site. This article doesn't appear to be available yet. Usually, for some reason, we find it on socials first. B says, I shouldn't buy these. I need to hold out for Old World. There's too many pretty minis. Also got the Great Cannon. The gate of the Castlight Formation is the iron-willed Great Cannon. Protected by a thick shield, this mighty artillery piece is manned by an expert crew to ensure it fires a constant barrage of cannonballs, shells, and grape shot. Firing only ceases when the cannon wheels forward to allow free-killed Stelhelms and Cavaliers to sally forth from within their living fortification. If you want cities, this is an expensive week. That was a lot of units we just went over. We also have Dawnbringer's Book 3, The Long Hunt. Current major focus in Warhammer Age of Sigmar is the twin-tailed crusade, now marching across Akshi and Gareth. After a disastrous clash with Grots, Trogoths, and the Sons of Behemoth, both prongs of the crusade trudge on, bowed but not broken. Dawnbringer's Book 3, The Long Hunt. With this badass dragon, too. Like, also a limited edition. We've also got the Black Talons. Neve Blacktalon is Sigmar's foremost assassin, head of a specialist group of elite warriors. Neve, Hendrik the Silver Wolf, Rostus Oxenhammer, Kenna Goldenblade, and the mysterious Ideneth Skullscryer Lorai, Child of the Abyss, are heroes who starred in the Warhammer TV show Black Talon, now immortalized as 5-character miniatures. That's cool. Those will be available. Looks like they are regiment renowned in Dawnbringers, in case you're wanting to use those. We've also got Cryptborn's Stormwing, which does have the dragon. Okay, that's right. I forgot he was part of the box. And as Cryptborn has returned in a menacing new form as the Warden of Lost Souls, mounted atop the mighty Draconeth Ithrak. Living legend soars through the skies, calling down scouring maelstorms with prayers to Sigmar. Box pairs Ionis 2 Stormdrake guards, one of which can be built as the Knight Draconis, making the perfect start to a Draconeth Skywing, a new Stormcast Eternals Army of Renown, which can be found also in the Long Hunt. Pretty much. I wish I'd given cities an individual sub-hero, like a captain or something. All the heroes are like high-ranking officers. I would imagine maybe like the next round of stuff that they get. Alright, we've also got the new Sylvaneth. Blades of Belthanos. Perched atop is Carnelian Greatspite. Belthanos is a herald of the dormant Sylvaneth, god of the hunt. The first thorn of Kurnoth strikes from the trees, rides out in this box set containing Belthanos himself, alongside 3 Kurnoth hunters with a variety of weapons, 3 of the Revenant Seekers, who've been built as Spite Rider Lancers. Perfect core for the new Sylvaneth Army of Renown in the Long Hunt, the Evergreen Hunt. Bugman 2, yeah, we just saw these. Ready to roll. Grimhold Exile. While magma holds fall, lone survivors known as Grimhold Exiles carry on their legacy. Wielding weapons imbued with the embers of their Magmadrath's sacred flame, they battle on as bloody-minded agents of retribution. Some hope to have found new holds, others simply pit themselves against the toughest foes they can find. Just throw themselves into things. Does someone link the article? Yeah, let me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh for me. Harbinger of Decay. I love this model, and I want to paint it. Riding withered steeds, Harbingers of Decay are morbid soothsayers who herald the arrival of Nurgle's decaying legions. Dour and humorless, they directly invoke Grandfather's pestilent power, saturating battlefields with rot and disease. The worst of these maladies is the Shudderblight, which causes the doubts and insecurities of its victims to manifest as weeping black boils. So gross. The real issue. If anyone, is looking for a commission, it's your girl. Let me know. But yeah, I want to paint that. Oh no. Oh no. Fulgrim Transfigured. Those traitor Primarchs who gave themselves fully over to the ruinous powers swelled and changed with the malevolent power of the warp. Fulgrim's metamorphosis is dramatic indeed, a serpentine demon form with vast wings and additional arms. Deadly duelist before his transfiguration, Fulgrim is closer to perfection than ever, still seeks to attain even greater glory in one-to-one. Oh. Glad I got some stuff on eBay. Coming next week, bankruptcy. Yep. Because I'm getting that. Alright, delayed deployment. The Trader Champion console, initially released for October, will now go pre-order in November. I think we saw that earlier this week. We're waiting for that. Black Library, we've got Black Talon. Okay, this is new. 5 powerful champions of chaos have discovered the existence of a long-buried weapon with incredible destructive power. Their plans to uncover it threaten the mortal realms. It's up to Neve Black Talon and her hand-picked team of Stormcast Eternals to hunt them down. Black Talon will be available hardback, ebook, and audiobook. Getting the minis, you can also get the book. The Red Gobbo rides again. I'm not going to go through all these books, I'm sorry. Galaxy of Horrors. Partly because sometimes they're just a re-release to a different format, and it's really hard to know what is new and what's just getting re-released. So I'm just going to do the slow scroll, and you guys can... Untamed Realms. God Eater's Son, The Vulture Lord, and Bad Loon Rising. Those look like releases. Elf Slayer as audiobook. And then Warhammer Plus, we have a battle report. You watch Ionis Cryptborn and his scaly companion make their battle report debut. They settle old scores against the Blades of Khorne. Warhammer Community Battle Force boxes will be revealed. There's rules coverage for both Ionis Cryptborn and Bathonis, as well as the respective armies of renown from Dawnbringer. Okay, Battle Force boxes. That'll be exciting. I know that we've seen some leaks on the 40k side. Leaks, rumors, whatever you want to call them. I haven't seen anything for Sigmar. Do we have any guesses for Sigmar Battle Forces? As I do the scroll back up to all of this city stuff. It's an impressive amount of stuff coming. I will be getting Fulgrim. I want the Harbinger, but I probably need to wait. Cool Dragon Boy. Rolling. Yeah, who's in danger this week? Nina says the new cities of Sigmar Knights are gonna make my Bretonnian Knights look even more dated. Ask Santa Scott for Fulgrim. Fulgrim may have to go on a Christmas list. We just got the computer stuff. Get Horf is only money. Is only money. Yeah, I need some of that money though. These are all really cool. Manticore, I just see Hoot yelling. Hey noob, welcome in. Apparently they have done their time change. I did not know that. So it is up. Let me get the link for you. If you want to check it out, noob. It's a lot of cities. And then some more Sigmar. How are you? How's your weekend? Yeah, we've got, what, a couple weeks? And then we have our time. The first weekend of November for us. Everyone says, wallet is spared this week for me, so you can either be responsible and not buy anything during the anniversary, or buy all the things. Yeah, did Daylight Savings hit and I didn't know. Yeah, we've got a couple more weeks. It's usually Extra Life weekend. Life Man says, I say, as I too need more of it. Yeah. Tough when everything hits them once. Let's see, my local game store gets a call from GW a few weeks before release, asking how many copies they need. Can't leap the line if you make your order before there even is one. Mikey, welcome in. How are you? We're just taking a look at the cities article. Want to go back to Manticore Lady? What if Scott and I just split cities? Then it's okay. Right? Then it's fine. It's that guy with all the collector's books except for the latest one. I saw someone on Twitter, I think, that missed out on the latest one. Alright, well that's what we got, chat. I'm glowing a little bit. Things going well? You look great? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It has been going better. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna credit it to working out and tattoos. And finishing a couple projects last week. I feel a lot better. But thank you, I appreciate it. What'd you up to today, Mikey? New year, new army. That's true. Let's go back to... We were painting some lizards. Let's go back to those. Let me show you what I got. Laying around until work. Hopefully work's not too bad today. Here's what I got, Mikey. We were working on this boy. So he's a little dark because we haven't done any highlights just yet. But he also has... Our rider will sit up here when we're done. So trying to get golds and base coats and any of our shading done before we start highlighting back up. He will be joining what I got yesterday. Are the unit of 3. So I've got the Aggradon Lancers now. And then Scott and I are going to learn Age of Sigmar. So I'm excited. But I have to have these guys ready to roll. I should take my pills and shower. Yes, go do that, Panda. We'll be here. 5 orcs for October is okay? Absolutely, it's okay. Well done, Avian. 5 orcs is great. Ryan says, oh yeah, even my sister thinks I've lost weight, and she never pays attention to me. Yes. That's the best, is when people start to notice, right? I'm glad. That's awesome. Are we feeling good, right? I guess is the routine, like, taking hold? Because that's always the important part for me. Once I get into the routine, it's not so bad. Hume says, Age of Sigmar, just roll 6s. You should be fine. I'm on it. All the 6s. But yeah, I picked up the Slanesh book yesterday, and I've got all the Seraphon stuff. I think I'm gonna try Seraphon first. I would like to play the Slanesh still, but I think I will learn with my Seraphon. There's a fight between 2023 Nikki and 2020 Nikki. I know where I'd put my money. We fight. Wait. I think I firmly established walking every day as something I do automatically. Perfect. Yes. Such a win right there. Awesome job, Riot. Crushing it. I need to join you in Slam today. Am I walking? Do you need to borrow my 60 skinks? I think I'm good for now. I'll have to... Once I get a game in, I need to decide what else I want to pick up. I am a sucker for cavalry. So I will probably get more of these boys. But I also have the, like, chocobo ones that I want to try. So we'll see how they do. But yeah, I'm a sucker for cavalry. Like, always what I pick for games and things, if I can. So if I can make, like, a cavalry and big dinosaur list, probably what I will go with. I'm like Marge with potatoes with the skinks. I just think they're neat. They're very cute. I just don't want to batch paint, that's all. They're very cute, though. I've got, I think, just 10 for now. 10, 20? I don't know. There's a pile of them over there. But yeah, I will probably go more of the big dinosaur route. Kind of like my nids, where I just like take the big stuff. Hey, Mikey's still going strong on Crisis Protocol. Let's go. Who we working on right now? Do you think they should have called them War Lizards on Star Lizard Cavalry? Mickey 4 below with them. Just did the contrast. I think they're airbrushed. For mine. I have a unit just to give the Croxagore orders. I'm working on Cyclops. Nice. Is the community still going pretty strong with Crisis Protocol there, Mikey? The Croxagores are the ones I had to leave at the store yesterday, and I was a little sad. Next time. Once I figure out what to take with the Croxagore. Next time we'll get those. I have the new salamander to take as... Got so much stuff to just try. Put on the table. See how they do. Ish. Look at other communities in the area too. Gotcha. It's always interesting to see, like, what will actually stick. I feel like here, if it's not 40k, or now Sigmar. Sigmar's doing okay. It's still not as big as 40k. It's just not gonna stick. Our local has been picking up Moonstone more, which is interesting. Seems like more and more people are painting and playing Moonstone. I'd like to get up there at some point and play that. So I've got 2 of the little war bands to play. But yeah, it's interesting. They've started carrying more Malifaux too, and I don't know if more people are picking that up or not. I hope so. I really like Malifaux's system. Difficult to keep in stock because once you've got your crew, you really don't need a whole lot more. Sounds good, Panda. We'll be here. Sigmar is a fun community. I feel like it feels more fun than 40k. Seems like obviously you still have your tournament players and stuff. Like the community doesn't take it as seriously, if that makes sense. You don't have the weirdo like LARPers and things like that on the Sigmar side. Seems just a little bit more laid back and fun. 40k is a weird one. Weirdly enough, Malifaux's growing a little bit in your area. Good. I hope that it does well. I really enjoy the minis and the system's really cool. This doesn't get the love that some of the other games get. Why did I give you a club? Oh well. What was I thinking? Oh well. It seems to be less toxic. Yeah, tournament scene is more fun. Malifaux, no one plays that. I know. I had the thing on TikTok pop up. It was this time last year we were working on the Day of the Dead stuff. I need to get that repo. I do commission work, yeah. So I won't be taking much more here before the holidays. So I'm gonna kind of restrict what I take and just finish what I've got at the moment. But beginning of the year, I will be taking on more projects. So if you're interested, the website is there. Basically, you'll be put on a wait list if you're interested. But yeah, I probably won't be taking too much more before the holidays. I'm going to take some extra time off here for relaxing and also for YouTube content. If everyone's got stuff in already, you're in before holidays, but probably gonna take a little bit less here this year. But yeah, commissions and then streaming are my full-time gig. So thank you everyone for all the support. Hey Ghost Hogs, welcome in. I just sat in front of my keyboard and cried while looking at the Sunday preview. So many lovely models. They absolutely nailed the city's range. It's all so pretty. How are you today? How much are you gonna pick up? It's a very expensive week coming up for our city's players. But yeah, when they're all so pretty, how can you not? If you have any other questions, Trauma, let me know. But yep, it's fun painting for other people. Whoa, Slam, you out here deleting stuff? They make it too easy. Some guy on the internet. The Imperium are clearly the only good guys. No. Yeah, there's a fair amount of that with 40k. I don't know. As much as like I like the system and playing it, how do I say this? The community in general can get a little tiring. I have people that block me just because I'm a woman in the hobby, so it's exhausting. The Slam cannot be trusted with this power. Yeah, mod view makes it very easy, chat. I've done it. Hey, Woggly, welcome in. How are you? You has a question. What you got? Just wish Slam a happy birthday to make it all fair. Hey, Mythalian, welcome in. Everyone is awful. Sometimes, some internet days do be like that. How are you? The thinnest ice. Do you have any pointers for painting a razor? I'm not sure what that would be. Trying to think. I'm trying to even give a guess. What are we working on, Woggly? What you got? By that name, I'm not sure. Zentiosai, how are you? What you up to this weekend? Oh, Timothy, thank you so much for that sub. For 26 months of support, I appreciate it. You look exceptionally fabulous. You guys are so sweet today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. No, you. Sadly, I can't stick around. Thank you for teaming such a wholesome content. The world and the day are better for having you in it. Timothy, thank you so much. You're gonna make me cry. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate the support for 26 months of support. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a good weekend. I want to bug you more, but I don't know if you're headed back out. But thank you. Thank you for being a part of the wholesome. I'm gonna hang out. Thank you everyone for spending part of your Sunday with us here today. If you're enjoying the content, we'll be back tomorrow with more, maybe more lizards, honestly. More Warhams. So click the follow button. We have also redone our YouTube. So if you want to catch VODs, clips, we are doing more videos. We just did a starter box challenge showcase and a Kingdom Death unboxing over on YouTube. You can follow us over there as well. Cynthia says, good, glad to be here. Glad to have you. Hope it's a good weekend. Side of straps that are laying across surface. Okay, so like raised details. Okay, so I'm guessing the question is just being more, unfortunately part of the answer is brush control. So it's going to be having control of the brush, learning the consistency of your paint is gonna be the biggest tip. Part of it's also taking your time with it. Yeah, terrible staying inside lines. Okay, so part of it is if you can brace your hands, that helps. So you'll notice that my hand is basically always touching this mat while I'm painting. And that is to brace my hand, to keep that really steady, to give myself the best chance to stay inside the lines. A lot of times, depending on the miniature, usually it's the larger ones where I have more room, I'll do the same with the mini. So you'll see me anchor my pinky on the miniature itself. And that just gives you a lot more... Lamp's distracting me. That gives you a lot more balance with trying to get to the spot that you're trying to get to. So like right here, while we're even talking about it, I just braced on my thumb. So that can help, just to give you a nice steady surface there. With raised detail, the other thing you can do is try not to put your brush all the way to the model. So if you keep it at the right height to where you're just hitting the detail, trying to kind of get used to that can be really helpful. And then yeah, here comes Slam. Practice. It's fine motor skills. So if you're just getting started, it's learning the brush, it's learning how the paint's going to apply. But if you can brace yourself and kind of keep your brush a little higher up so that you're just hitting the details and it's not going far enough down to where it's going to hit like the orc skin, for example, that can also help. So I hope those help. If you have any other questions, let me know. Boo, this woman, yeah. Turns out it takes time. But if you can get yourself braced, take your time. I know it's tempting to speed through if you've got like a whole army of stuff you want to get to, but taking your time to get those little details done kind of on your first pass instead of having to come back. you go over the edge of a detail, paint is remarkably forgiving. Yep, you can always touch up. You'll see when I do batch paints. I won't worry about it so much. I'll come back and just clean it up after. You can. Depending on how much work you put on the skin tone. Which may be a good shout too. Don't highlight the skin tone until you've done the things around it. So that you can touch up. How can I get AI to do this for me? Well, noob, if you hit exclamation website, I'll just take care of it. See, Decker, what you up to? I'm a little new. I have a Chaos Kill Team finish, working about 1,500 points of Orc now. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. But yeah, if there's anything else you think of, let me know if I can help with anything. But those, off the top of my head, those are the ones I would have you try. See if that helps. He says, I learned a new trick recently that works for some details. If you hold your wrists together, then the tiny shakes from one hand will go into the other, so the brush and the mini move in similar ways. Half of my painting is touching up and fixing mistakes. I think most people, that is, yeah. You don't have to get it right on the first pass. I don't. Box painters don't. That's a really nice part of this hobby is you can paint right over it. That's me as well, says Bees. I usually allow myself to make mistakes and touch it up later. It's a lot faster, I'll say that. It's a lot faster to get what you need done, and then if you want to come back and touch it up, you absolutely can. So you'll see, especially when we were doing batch paints or like units, you'll see me do that a lot. Hey Nikki, paint my model. She's like Alexa but louder and way more aggressive. You just wait, Slam. You're hobbying some more. I'm here to yell. You know I will. No, only one attempt to paint, says Scott. You mess up, you buy a new model, and you start over. This is why we can't pick up cities. Because Scott keeps buying the same model over and over and over. I knew I was doing it right. Vindication. Oh no. Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Alright. There's that. He's got feathers. I kind of want the feathers to match the other stuff we've been doing. I don't know if I want to do those colors. What else have we got? We'll go ahead and start doing his shading. Maybe. What color I want to do for that. Go ahead and start highlighting him a little bit. I'll come back to the shade. My brain tells me to do it the first time perfect, with little to no previous experience, and if not, I am a failure. Mostly kidding on that. I think a lot of people are in that boat, and I think if there's one thing I can, like, scream from this stream, it's that you have to do it, and you have to do it a lot. And then you're gonna get better. Like, guaranteed you will get better if you keep doing it, and you keep practicing. If I can sit here and scream on my soapbox. I mean, for me too, I'm not a content creator, so it just needs to be something that'll look good on the tabletop. I think there's a lot of power in kind of going back between that and like it having to be perfect. A finished miniature is the way to go. Take anything you learn from that mini and apply it to your next one. Otherwise, you're never going to finish anything. That's something I struggled with in the beginning too. My poor space wolves have gone through like 5 different color schemes. And then I found one I liked enough to just kind of throw on a bunch of them, and now I'm mostly painted. I think there's a lot of power in finishing something. It doesn't have to be perfect, just finish it. This is how Slam built up his Blood Angels. Really, he was just painting a single model. Now it's 5k points of repainting the same model. There's a guy at my local store that did just that. He bought 5 Guillimans because no one told him he could strip paint. Oh no! Well, now he's got a warband of Guilliman. My goodness. Welcome back, Panda. Glad you did the things. Took care of yourself today. Glad you did that. We are working on our little writer and talking about finishing miniatures. Finish those projects. Mini can always be better. The real question is it good enough for what you're gonna use it for? Yes. Big ol' agree. I learned that if I try to do everything like this, if I try to do everything to like a top quality, I am miserable because then I don't end up finishing anything and I don't end up playing with anything. I've not done a lot of display stuff here. I'd like to get back to some of it, but I've had way more fun just finishing a couple armies and being able to get some games in. Well, if that's the goal, get it to where it needs to be. Like a Glazord. Panda says, it's a good weekend for hobbies. I got a couple of board games. A Kickstarter I back finally fulfilled. Some more board game parts for Scythe. Let's go. Welcome back, JPEG. I had to put myself through torture, I think, though, says Woggly. After my orcs, I have novitiates. For some reason, I've decided to do Sacred Rose System. They're really pretty, though. So, I think it'll be worth it. The, going to Sisters, they're very small models. I always forget until I have to go back to them. But that'll be a good one to practice those details on. Sisters. They have lots of little things to work on. Be a good one. It's the Warhammer equivalent of Exodia, yes. Oh. I think I've set my mind on the first painted 2K list. The bright side is it's 18 models, and like 5 of them painted. The downside is most of the models are big Tyranid monsters. I have an easier time doing that than the little ones, honestly. I think it's way more fun. Like, if you told me I have to paint 5 big Tyranids or 40 little guys, I'm going to take the 5 big ones every time. Every single time I will take the big bugs. I think if you get in the groove, you're gonna be good. You can do a bunch of the skin tones at once, or the carapace all at once. You'll get in the groove, you'll be fine. Yeah. Are you gonna put blood on the axe? I don't know. I haven't made it that far yet. I don't do a lot of blood effects. I don't know. Wait, totally not jealous of Exalted taking a picture of the Yoshi P. I haven't seen any of that. I just saw the stuff from you. I'm also jealous. Easier to airbrush, but it's all been hand brushing. Yeah, even if it's if you can kind of group things together to do at the same time, that'll also help. So get all of your skin tones. Just take a day and knock those out. You can kind of set yourself up to do some of that as a batch. That can help. Open my Discord, damn it, I already forgot. I'm paying 40 little dudes, or the rear ranks in Fantasy Battle. You paint that front line really, really nicely, and then each row just gets progressively worse and worse. That front line of dudes, though, for your ranked. Perfect. Yep. The one good part of rank and file. You just have to paint that first row really nicely. After that, doesn't matter so much. Yeah, each row drops in resolution. It's 4K in the front, 160p in the back. Yep. Yep, that's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. I bought some more Wraithbone spray. I used to prime and Corax, but got discontinued. Move her to White Scar seems a little harsh. Say Wraithbone is closer to Corax than White Scar. Wraithbone is going to be a little bit more of an off-white. Wraithbone is also designed for contrast, so you will probably find that it is a bit more of a like satin finish, which means the you might have the paint run a little bit more than you're used to. So the finish itself is a little bit different. It'll still work. It'll just be a slightly different color and a bit more satin. Because it's designed for the contrast to run down smoothly. You may run into that. Full paint in the front, mullet in the back. Yeah, Wraithbone is going to be more of a cream off-white. Hey Marathon, how are you? Welcome on in. I didn't hear it that time. These alerts are making me a little crazy. I go in and I tweak the audio over and over. Because I think my sub-alerts still need to go up a bit. Herman says, uh-oh, my basing contrast paint is dry. I need to get minis on the table on Thursday. Uh-oh. Sounds like it's time for, run to the shops. Uh-oh. I heard it. Okay, I just didn't hear it. I don't know what's happening then. Well, as long as everyone else got called a nerd, it's fine. Oh. Thank you, JPEG. My first project nearly did me in. Did 40 dire wolves for Soulblight. That was your first project? You went full-on batch paint. Yep, that'll do it. I hope you have some characters and stuff picked out for after that. Batch paint's also, even as a commission painter, it's the batch painting that's hard. If you've got a unit of 20 or more, it's a little soul draining trying to get it all done. Yeah. But you got it done. You don't have to do that again, hopefully. Hopefully you don't need an additional 40 dire wolves anytime soon. Okay, that was a year and a half ago. Good. I feel like you're probably in the same boat. Because I've got all my little nids done. It's just like, never again. It's done, but you never have to worry about it again. You have a suggestion for my sleeve. What have you got, JPEG? Hit me with it. Alright, so it's got my redneck painting stick readied. A toothpaste box covered in double-sided tape. Time to spray the Void War bases so I can base a squad of Votan this week. Let's go, Ravenlord. Glad you got it prepped. Ready to roll. Artillery and Terranut models fastened with super glue makes for excellent creators. Oh, after artillery. Have almost 5k of Soulblight. See? We pushed through the wolves. Now you got 5k. That's awesome. That's a good size army. What has been your favorite to paint of the Soulblight? We're gonna jump past these dire wolves here. What's been your favorite to paint? Rathan says, I've got a lot of minis to paint once I've assembled them. Since I have a Leviathan box with all its minis, I've got the Combat Patrol for World Leaders. You're gonna be set here soon. Is it assembly time here today? Extend the sleeve to your face with a Majin Buu face tattoo. Could you imagine? Scott has already told me I can't get a face tattoo. He's already seen how this is going and said, no. Your face. Not your face. Fulgrim is in resin? Yes, he is a Heresy model, and he is in resin. Ooh, Laukavai, favorite model for Soulblight. Looking forward to tackling Nagash at some point. Nagash is an insane model. I have painted one, and it is absolutely nuts, but a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy. So many bits. World Leaders and Grand Christmas box? Are we in trouble, Slam? Okay, I'm gonna go back. Since they mentioned we're gonna see them this week, does someone have the, I guess the leak or rumor of the Battle Force boxes? I think I've only seen 40k so far, but what do we have, chat? I think we threw them in the Discord, but I don't remember that. I think there was a guard box. Luke Curtis, welcome in. I bought my first box of miniatures yesterday. Let's go. Been watching a few people for inspiration to help with the how to start nerves. I'm still putting my models together, have a good way to go before I start painting. You say you need an airbrush to get great results, or can I get just as good by hand? Yeah, welcome on in. You don't need an airbrush. So I use it for a lot of my stuff because it helps me to speed things up. So for me, because I do commissions and I have several armies, having the airbrush to prime, to base coat, it helps me speed things up. But you can do the same thing with a rattle can if you want. And you can do it by hand. So the hand will probably take a little bit longer just because you're having to hand brush everything. But you absolutely don't need it. It's just if you decide you want to tackle that, if you're interested in it. But you can do everything else by hand. But yeah, welcome in. If you have any questions at all, please let us know. We're happy to help. I am actually... Timing's a little goofy. I'm going to be working on some kind of getting started videos for YouTube here soon. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to throw that in case anyone's interested. Part of that is assembly, talking paints, talking brushes, all that good stuff. But yeah, until I can get those up, if you have any questions at all, please let us know. We're happy to help. What did you pick up? Unless Slam's already asked. Let me double check here. Yeah, which miniatures did you pick up? Miss anything? Where else is the Manticore? It threatens my wallet. It's such a sweet mini. Someone was taking all small Soulblight heroes to a tournament. It felt like Cursed City the army. Hey Withers, welcome in. We are working on some Warhammer today. So let me back up here. We have this adorable little lizard man who rides on top of this dinosaur. So eventually, once he's done, he will fit here. But he leads a group of 3, which this box here. So these are the Lancers, the group of 3. And then this guy will be leading them. He's kind of a character hero type model. So that's what we're painting today. How are you? Welcome on in. Okay, I think I missed the Battle Force boxes. Oh no, we don't have those in chat. Okay. My fate of dry contrast paint is teaching me new tricks. An almost empty dropper bottle makes for a shitty airbrush when you squeeze it. That's certainly an interesting hobby tip there. Did my Stardew rant inspire you to getting started with Warhammer YouTube series? Quite honestly, the things I don't want to have to explain every time is why we're doing the YouTube series. If I can say, here's all the information in this little video, here it is. That is the inspiration. Luke says, I went for the new box. I believe it just came out anyway. Oh, Cities of Sigmar. My partner went for Nighthaunt. Age of Sigmar stuff. That's awesome. Welcome in. Yeah, we were just looking. The rest of the city stuff goes up for pre-order this week. We were looking through all of that. But yeah, really cool armies. Welcome in. So for Sigmar, I have Seraphon. I started with Skaven, so I still have a pretty large Skaven army. And then I am also collecting for Slaanesh. I've got. Scott says all these people with their Cities of Sigmar. I don't need to be tempted. Thank you, Panda. The rumor for the 40k Battle Force boxes. We got Space Marines, the Jump Captain, the Intercessors, Outriders, and ATV. World Leaders is Aggradon, Berserkers, 8-Bound, and the Exalted 8-Bound. Votan, which has the Grimnir, Hearthguard, Buggy, and Land Fortress. And the Beast Snaga Orcs have the Killrig, Beast Snaga Boys, Squig Riders, and War Boss. And then Tyranids with a bunch of the new stuff. So Norn Emissary, Hive Tyrant, Hormagaunts, and the new Gene Stealer. So if those rumors are correct, those are that's what we're looking at. I haven't seen anything for Sigmar side. Greedy, hello, how are you today? We're painting some lizards. What you up to? Oh, come on in. Got this boy and some Lancers that I want to have ready for when Scott and I learn some Sigmar later. Finally getting back and I'm gonna try playing it. I'm excited. I like the look of the Skaven and Skeleton dudes. The guys in the shop said they're a little tricky for beginners in terms of learning how they play. That's fair. I have played Skaven for forever, so I could see cities being a little easier to pick up, just based on I feel like the weapons and things are a little bit like more intuitive for like what they do. I could see that. But yeah, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I would say I'm probably better with the painting type questions until I learn more of the game. But we do have Sigmar players in here who can help us out, so let us know if you've got any questions. If I don't have the answer, we'll point you to someone who does. It's always best to pick what you like. The rules change relatively often, so don't change or worry about that too much. Also, because you're spending so much time on these miniatures between building, painting, all the time, you'll put in the time if you like the miniatures. So yeah, if you like cities, ready to roll, I think you're all set there. But if anyone else is thinking about it, yeah, follow your gut when it comes to armies. That's it, the Rock. Welcome in. Is there any difference between painting on metal versus plastic minis? The actual painting, not a whole lot. A lot of it's going to be the prep work. And I actually do have a metal miniature that I can show here. So for this guy, yeah, the actual painting, I'm painting just like I'm painting my plastic. But for him, you'll want to do any cleanup ahead of time and make sure to give it a good wash to make sure that the paint will adhere to the metal. So you want to have a good primer, and I usually let more cure time in between. The other thing is because he's so heavy and because he can he can hop out of your hand, you want to be careful with chipping on metal miniatures. So the paint is more likely to chip off. So the other thing that I like to do is after a couple layers of paint, I will go back and I will actually clear coat it. So I will do a varnish before the miniatures finish, just to kind of lock in what I've already done and prevent some of that chipping. So the actual painting isn't different, but you'll want to make sure that you have a good primer so it doesn't chip, and that you do the clear coats so that it doesn't chip. Does that help? If you have any other questions, let me know. But the actual like painting on him, no, it's not really different once he's primed and ready to go. Luke says, I've started putting together the basic foot soldier looking people. I left the shield off for now because I think trying to paint behind would be near impossible. Is that an okay idea? Yes. Just put them together fully. So what you've got there, as you're kind of, because you mentioned you're watching a couple people, it's considered like a sub-assembly, and I'm actually doing the same with some Marines right now. So I've got, these are Blade Guard, but because their shields are also massive, I've got them separate. So the only thing is if you're using a plastic glue, if you've painted over it, you'll have to switch to super glue. But yeah, it's called a sub-assembly if you're watching other people and kind of digging more into things. But yeah, a lot of people will do that if there's something you can't quite reach or you want to make sure you paint fully. Shields is a really common one, yeah. Hey, Love Like Truck, welcome in. My wife got herself those Aggradon Lancers because she loves raptors. They are amazing. They're so cute. I love their happy little faces. I was so in love with them building them last night. How are you? Welcome on in. Is there anything you're working on? Wifey's got the Lancers. Do you have a project as well? Let's see. Right on, thank you. Bought some before daughter was born. Oh, quickly realized I wouldn't have time for a new hobby at the moment. That's fair, but you've got it for when you're ready. Welcome on in. If you have any other questions, let us know. We're happy to help. So I need the link again for what? Oh, the article, Sea Decker? We actually looked at that earlier. Apparently the UK has done their time change for daylight savings, so it was up early today. Well, I say early. Early for the US. Ghost Hawk says, Skaven and Undead forces, which rely on being horde armies, can be intimidating and start out. That's true. They have a lot of fodder units. It'd be discouraging to build and paint. So many models that you lose in the game, yeah. That's true. I didn't think about that, Ghost Hawks. Kitchen. Hey, Merilith, welcome in. Long time no see. Follow up on clear coating for metal minis. Does it matter whether you use a matte, satin, semi, or high gloss clear coat as an adhesion layer? So a lot of times I will do the gloss coat because it's actually going to be a tougher seal. And then I will do the matte after. So you're kind of doing both. So like at the end, for this guy, I will do the gloss and then the matte. If it's in between, I usually just do the matte so that I can keep painting. But the best seal and I guess the best protection you can give is doing the high gloss and then the matte. Yeah. So he'll get that at the end, but if you're wanting to keep painting, you don't want to paint on that gloss. You'll want a matte layer in between. Yeah, welcome on in. How have you been? I love like Chuck's been working on some orc boys. Very nice. I just finished 20 myself. I know the batch paint. The batch painting way is, yep. Oh, good, see, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to go up early, so we got to look at it. Was all cities and Fulgrim, and that Harbinger is still really cool. Talk myself out of that. Your time goes back next week in Frozen Wolf? Sounds like we're all kind of goofed up then. Because ours isn't for a few weeks. Just using a bit of layer of sealant on a mini before you finish it. It's one of my cringe things I probably need to get past, putting on varnishes after. I just do it for metal. I don't do it for anything else. It's just, the idea of him chipping on me in between makes me crazy. I will probably set aside time to do that and then continue on. But yeah, you can do varnishes whenever. I think the only other thing to keep in mind is your metallics. If you have a lot of metallic paint, it'll affect how they shine a little bit. But you can always come back and hit them again after if you need to. Oh, you're in the UK. Well, then they're just early. I don't know then. Thank you for that, Frozen Wolf. Yeah, I'm not sure then. We just got an early article then. Usually it is at noon my time, and it was at 11. I don't know. Maybe they just knew everyone was really excited. And it was time to look at a crazy cool manticore lady. Maybe that's all it was. Maybe an intern just wants to log off for the day. That makes sense to midcoat in matte. Do you have a preferred varnish? I had trouble finding a matte that's truly matte, to the point of being almost chalky. So I airbrush mine. I do the Vallejo matte coat. Is what I use. That can be hand brushed. I don't normally do that because I want it to be really smooth. But that's what I use for mine. I would think for Rattle Can, Tester's Dull Coat is also very good. It's a little pricier, but the quality for their stuff is really nice. Luke says, I'm gonna have to get myself, a little heater. I constantly struggle with cold hands. The finer details are gonna be tough. Yeah, if you're in there shivering. Might be worth it. Upgrade the hobby space. Definitely don't want shaky hands. You're going for details. Maybe they could wait, I guess not. Another ammo by Mig, the Ultra Matte Varnish, also has a solid art. There's another. Thank you, Slam. Yeah, I tend to stick with a lot of Vallejo because it works for me, and I don't tend to test out a lot of stuff. I probably should test more stuff just to like know for stream, but I tend to stick to Vallejo because it works for me. War Hero, thank you. He is try and get him on here. Oh, it's kind of hard to see with the overhead light. He's finally healing for me. He was peeling all last week and it looked real bad. How are you? How's your weekend? He's finally healing up, thank goodness. He was looking real gnarly last week. I felt really bad. Apparently just moving down the arm a couple inches changes quite a bit for healing. What about Glock? Generally not the best option, so Scott, yeah, generally. Gloss is good. Like I said, gloss will give you the toughest finish as far as like protecting against chipping. If you like the high gloss look, you can do that. I tend to use it just for like gems or if they've got drool like inside the mouth, because you'll get that really shiny finish. If I use a gloss, I usually do a matte over it. just because I don't want the high shine. But if you're doing it for the metallics, a gloss and then a matte coat can be really good for protecting it. Hey, Wasteland Ranger, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I finally finished my Golden Demon entry. Time to seal in the detail. I got this. Hobby tips. Hobby tips. Oh, what kind? All I have is the Citadel gloss. I've used that by hand, and that works pretty well. Again, I tend to stick to Vallejo, so that's what mine is. Just because I know that it works. I've not had any issues with it. I've never had, like, the frosting or things with it. I think that's the other good call out, though, is make sure you check your humidity and things when you're doing your clear coat so that you don't get anything frosted over. Read the label before you do it. So check for temperatures, for humidity, to make sure you get the best coat on your miniature. Whichever one you do pick up, make sure you read the instructions. I know people don't like to read the instructions, but do that so you don't ruin the miniature you just finished up. So yeah, check for temperature, humidity are the big ones. Realistic battle damage YouTube tutorial? Just shoot it with an actual gun. How much more realistic do you want me to be, Slam? Giving the people what they want. You played against the Aggradon list? Was completely overrun turn 2. That's what I want to hear right there. Yep. That's what I want to hear. So I've had this guy, Wasteland Ranger, since he came out, just because I think he's super cool looking. But then I did go ahead and pick up the unit yesterday, so I will have a set of 3 and him for learning here. JPEG says, you can't tell me what to do. You don't pay for my varnish. Let me ruin my own miniatures. That's true. Completely disregard any manufacturer instructions. It says, Florida humidity is why I had to pick up an airbrush. Florida kept saying nope when I wanted to prime. Yep. Same with Texas. That's when we decided to just go ahead and grab it. It's been worth it. I love my airbrush. You're in Texas, might as well take advantage. Spanish painting channels can't do that. This is my leg up in the tutorial world. Living in Texas. And St. Norma says, I want a sable brush in our painting campaign. It's so smooth. Have you not had a sable brush? I hate painting with not sable brushes. I can do a synthetic brush for a little bit, and then, nope. I would rather use an old sable than switch to synthetic. Blonde Cow, hello, how are ya? For my realistic battle damage, I will be dipping the mini in dirty acid. This is the new YouTube content right here. Oh. Blonde Cow, what you up to today? Good to see ya. I'm giving my little lizard pedicure real quick. Perfect. Been living on shitty plastic brushes. I haven't bought a new one in more than a year. This is a whole new world for me. Well, enjoy it. New brush feel is the best. Enjoy it. Take the best care of it. If you've got the brush soap or anything, or just give it a really good rinse at the end of the day. It'll last you. As a partner, Nikki will only paint with a brush made with the eyelashes of the endangered Arctic fox. Anything less isn't good enough. Don't want it. Not interested. I'm gonna go ahead and wash all of his gold. We'll work on our little dinosaur a little bit more before we wrap up. There's gonna be one of those questions you always get. It's making you want to create a series on YouTube, but do you water down the paints at all before putting them on to make sure they don't drown out the model details, or are they not like that? Citadel, yes, you'll want to thin with a little bit of water. So I am actually off to the side, and it's kind of nasty looking, so I'm not going to show it. But I have a wet palette that I use, and the wet palette allows me to add a little bit of water So I'll put the paint on there, add a little bit of water. It also extends the working time of your paint. So there are some that are kind of pricey. The one I have, I'm going to throw this in chat. Exclamation gear. I don't remember if I have that. No, maybe if my mod can get it for me. The one I have is Masterson's Stay Wet palette. But basically what it is it's a sponge with a paper over it. And you put the paint on the paper. The sponge keeps it moist while you work. And with that, I can paint all stream, sometimes with commissions all day if I need to. But it keeps the paint wet and allows you to add that water in. That is one thing if you're kind of gathering some stuff. You don't need it right off the bat, but if you have really long paint days and you find your paints are drying out, I think a wet palette is worth it, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. Actually, if you're just getting started, you can get on YouTube and make your own wet palette as well. So it's basically just like a Tupperware container with a sponge or some paper towel. So if you wanted to try it before buying one, you can hop on YouTube and just Google DIY wet palette. And there will be videos for that, which I guess I should add to my list. Blancas is trying desperately to get out of painting rat and failing. The morale hit after the Hedonites debacle was bad. Is there a character you can work on, Blancal? I know you were doing some sculpting. Is there a character or something you can work on? JPEG, my latest YouTube video. I microwave the new Fulgrim, so you don't have to. Scarvet and Aggradon wasn't in this list, just Carnosaur and the standard caster package for Seraphon. The tears of the fox's cry means so endangered. Means the brush keeps its shape and holds water very well. Not the foxes, Slam. Keep the foxes out of it. A messy wet palette shows character. It's certainly something, Varl. It's definitely something. Hey, Radio Sandy, welcome in. It took me like 10 years to try using a wet palette. Wish I'd made the jump earlier. It's pretty handy. I sometimes hate how much, like, when you're first getting started. Well, if you just buy this and buy this, I don't always want to suggest spending a whole bunch of money as you're just getting in. I do think if you end up enjoying it, the wet palette, when you can pick it up, is worth it. How are you? What are you working on this weekend here? So speaking as DIY wet palette, reuse it for 3 years. Fine enough. Found a giant storage container for cheese, and it's the best. I had one for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, the DIY option's great. It works really well. Until I was doing some one-on-ones. Felt silly with my very DIY wet palette. The only reason I switched. I was having to take it up to the store for one-on-one lessons. I felt very cheap, so I got a cheap wet palette instead. The Army Painter wet palette has been game-changing for me. Being able to come back to paint later is nice. Let's see, I got an entire Virgin Mary 3D printed that I need to paint. Let's go. If you think that would help, like not having to work on a full unit, Blonde Cow, I think that would be my suggestion. Something you can mess around on, have fun with. You don't have to paint 3, 5, 10 of them, whatever it is. The Army Painter one is pretty cheap, and I love mine. There we go. I think a couple mentioned in the chat for the Army Painter one. So if you don't like the Mastersons that I've got, Army Painter, another option it looks like. Hey, Amish Stig, welcome in. I have the Army Painter palette too. Love the sponge, but I need to try other papers to see if it's that or skill issue. I think that would be the thing if you get the Mastersons, is I just use baking paper instead of the thicker paper that they use, because it's really meant for like artist acrylics, which are going to be thicker. So I swap it out for some baking paper. If you're doing that or the DIY, just make sure you don't have wax paper. The wax paper won't allow the water to get to the paint. Make sure it is baking or parchment paper and not wax paper. I'll call that out. David does! Hello, how are you? Thank you, thank you. How have you been? Good to see ya. So many friends joining us today. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Candace is gonna get some brunch, check on some stuff at parents' house. Have a good rest of the day. See you in the Discord. We'll see you later, Panda. Have a good rest of the day. Cow says, I just feel unexcited about everything in front of me. I think I still crave metallic armor. I mean, maybe Mary would like some metallic armor. I don't know. Harbinger might only be, ooh, $40. I could swing $40. I love the silver, green, gold on this model. It's great. The red glass for the mount looks good also. Thank you, Seedecker. I think they're coming together nicely. We're getting there. The dinosaur is still a little dark because we haven't done any highlights yet, but I think we're getting there. But thank you, I appreciate it. The thing I've seen lately is wet palette anchors, pieces of copper to hold down the paper at the corners. I've heard that too, and I've heard it helps with mold. Having the copper in there. Excuse me. Homemade wet palette is working great for me. It was both easy and cheap to make, yeah. I think if you wanted to try it, if you were someone just getting in, doing the quick little DIY to see is a good shout. And I'm gonna literally add it to my list here before I forget. All the other stuff you guys helped me with. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, the Nurgle pony, Wasteland Ranger. I really love that model. I'm glad he got an update. I have no reason to pick up that model, but I want to paint it. That's helping me out. Unless anyone would like a commission on a Nurgle pony. Hit your girl up. I'm not going to take much more before Christmas, but because I want to paint that anyway, you know. He's beautiful. I buy one just to paint it too. Yeah, it's a beautiful model. I'm so glad he got an updated kit. All right, I'm gonna let our rider sit for a little bit. Wash dry. If I swap out a unit of Death Rattle Skeletons for the Sepulchral Guard, I can fit the Purple Sun into my list? That sounds like it's gonna be really strong. Is that still something that's really strong? J-Pick, how in trouble am I? Can you paint Nurgle Horse? Oh, as My Little Pony? I can paint yours if you want to. If you'd like to commission my Nurgle Pony. Sure can. Give it a Nurgle, what is it, the cutie mark? But you have to paint it with synthetic brushes and a moldy wet palette. Well, yeah, I'm just using the mold as my paint, obviously. The best way to paint Nurgle. Why do you hate other people's fun? Let me try my dinosaurs before you blow them off the table, please. I want to at least see what my lizards do before you bully them. Just dispel his Purple Sun. Look angry at him with your toad. Okay. I'm on it. Dispel Purple Sun. Done. I've already done it. Gotta be the kind of dude to calm you in a game you've never played. He is that dude. Yeah, he'll do it. Painting my little Nurgling with mold would increase its authenticity, see? I think you're onto something here, chat. Painted with actual mold. That'll be fun if I decide to put it up on eBay after. I have to about the model input. Painted with actual mold. Why should GW introduce a points to edges ratio? 2 minutes later, I'm still highlighting edges on this dumb 30-point bug. I mean, you don't have to. I'm here to say, you don't have to do the Games Workshop highlighting. You don't have to do the thing. I will bring 200 zombies. Add more models of the necromancers. Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. I think I'm mostly sad that, like, we played a little bit of 40k, and the new edition is fun, but the fact that the knights keep getting hit with stuff has made it a little tougher to dive in a bit more. I still want to play my freaking Eldar, though. But my scheme! I can't divert from the scheme! You've done this to yourself, then. You've done this to yourself. My first Tyranid scheme had the, like, all the lines on the carapace, and I said no. When I did my my rework of my color scheme, I was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that again. I understand, though. It's a very Tyranid thing to do. There are lots of armies that have it. For me, it wasn't worth it. Has anyone else been playing some tabletop? I know Ravenlord and Mad Scythe got a game. Awesome. Anyone else have some games? Depending on how this week goes. I think getting a game in later, maybe end of the week. The new one has scratches on the edge of the armor. It looks great. I also hate it. Just have to, that's one of those you have to remind yourself. In the end, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be great. Just have to push on. In the end, it's gonna be great. Hey Nasclap, welcome in. How are you? I had a game yesterday, another setup for next weekend after I get the Warcry box. That's awesome. Glad you're getting games in. I'm doing that really awful thing that I do where, like, I say I want to play more games and then I don't take the initiative to set up games. And I need to be better about it. Like, the weekend comes and I'm like, you know what? I'm just drained. I can't set anything up. And I need to stop doing that. But also, I'm sleepy. Like, no joke, I finished those orcs and I just, like, crashed on the couch for for an evening because I just needed it. I need to be better about scheduling games. Not be too eepy. Speaking of games, Scam Citizen Day 2. Oh. I started. I split my attention, but Chameleon Eyes. Okay. Yesterday you just told me it was quality of life stuff. Now we're on Scam Citizen. Oh, did we get worse? Did it get worse? Or just the fact that it's not out yet? Concerned now. It's just the name. Okay. I didn't know if something had its upset us. Okay, for those who play Star Citizen, yeah, there was the event. I know Slam was watching. I was gonna bug my friend about it later too. One of our D&D friend plays Star Citizen. I don't know if he keeps up with it. He says, I had a game on Friday with my Imperial Knights versus Custodes. 7170, which is 5 units left on the board between us. Holy cow, that's close. From the games Scott and I have played, they do feel a lot closer. There's not like one person just running away with it, which is nice. Because that was always tough, and you just feel like you're never going to come back. What games has Scott? Yeah, show them more games against Knights is the way. Well, he's got his Grey Knights that he was wanting to work on. But, like, even that, like, it just comes to the end of the week, and we're just like, no, we just want to play video games. I guess both of us need to, yeah. Take the time, get the game table set up, all that. We're getting there, Sly. Yeah, we're starting some highlighting, which is helping. Here is our Pretty sure I just stuck my finger in wash, but here's our rider. So here. Tail is a problem. Here-ish. We're getting there. Taking notes for my game, that's right. Research. Science. Dr. Slam is on the case. Hey Fuker, welcome in. How are ya? Thank you, thank you. I'm loving this little kit. He's been so much fun. How are you? Is there anything you're working on? I've spent the last couple days finishing up orcs and then starting some space marines, so I needed a break with some lizards. Norma says, I've discovered a cheat code. If I arrive late to my scheduled game, the table sets itself up. Ah, Norman is that guy. That guy. Hobby hacks. Ah, you've got Beast Snagga boys. Welcome in. I moved the other ones off my table, but I do have one orc that I can show for Orktober. It's actually from the Warhammer Online. It's the mini they did for that. The fantasy orc, but still orc. That was one of our projects. But I finished 20 orc boys. We did the big mech with shock attack gun. And then the weird boy. The fine cast weird boy. He's a goofy looking model, but he's now done. So that was my Orktober for this year. Are future game orcs real? They are. Yeah. Many millennia past, there are more orcs. After fantasy orcs. I just leave my clothes on the floor. They're magically in the washing machine the next day. Yeah. Just weaponize that incompetence. Yeah. Love that. Love it. And there are morks and gorks and orcs. One dumb, edgy 30-point boy painted. Another one waiting. But you know, I'm going to go back to those dire wolves. Once they're done, you don't have to worry about it again. Keep that in mind as you're going. They're done, you don't have to worry about it. Problem with you arrive late, I don't have to set up strategy that eventually everyone is sitting in their cars outside, just waiting to see who will be the first to make a move. Hi, Sadie. Oh, goodness. Anything else you want to tell the people? I don't know if you guys heard it from the... Okay, you heard that. I asked if there's anything else, and she just walked in a circle, huffing. Can you wait? Can you wait for Scott to let you out? They say pets are a lot like their owner. I don't know what you're talking about. She is a lot like Scott, you're right. Walking around huffing. Barking aggressively. So much like Scott. I'm running here. Sounds good, Merilith. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for coming by. Okay, I'm gonna have to let... yep, okay. I'll be right back, chat. Okay, we're back. Oh, you can't hear Sadie on the microphone? It's just really cute. That's right, we're wrestling the dog. Hit her with the elbow. Steel chair. Cosmos says, I'm glad I only got 10 direwolves to do. Okay, I'm all good. Caught up. Put money on the dog? No. We don't go easy in this house. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Alright, we're back. Back to highlighting this dinosaur for a little bit before I go get some lunch. I got that dog in her, that's right. That's right. Do a little bit more highlighting, then I'll get some lunch. Make sure I drop all of my brushes. What does everyone else have planned for the rest of the day? What have we got? I need to get lunch, get my workout in, and then probably watch the rest of the fighting game tournament going on this weekend. I think we're going to raid over too, just because that's what I'll be watching. If anyone wants to watch some of that, stay tuned. It's a sort of small dog, but canine nevertheless. Just a corgi. A very annoyed corgi in me. It's all the talk about direwolves says that are off. Yeah. Dinner, maybe a film or a game. Sounds good to me. An angry Shiba. That's probably more accurate. That's probably more accurate. AD has so much to say. I may try to get the other lizards. I'll get them built. Maybe I'll get them primed after finals and stuff. I want to just get this side a little nicer before we wrap up. I'm jealous of the mention of other dogs. No other dogs. Only Sadie. That's fair. Anything else, chat? If you guys have enjoyed the Warhams, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Hey, so Kamina Cakes, welcome in. I don't know how I got here, but I will stay because of Big Lizard. Welcome on in. We're glad you made your way here. How are you? Do you also work on Warhammers? Be my question. Well, welcome on in. Here is Big Lizard, and here is slightly smaller Lizard that will actually ride on Lizard. When we're done, a little tricky to get in here. Oh, I think the tail needs to be on the other side. I promise this works. I promise. Bear with me. Eventually, he will sit here. So we will have Lizard riding Dinosaur, which is the best army. So welcome on in. Fierce Lion, thank you so much for that sub. For 28 months of support. Lizard time! How was your weekend? Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. How's the weekend? Yep, I have a pull like a black hole. If you cross the event horizon, you get made into a mod, and then you can't escape. Oh, I know nothing about Warhammer. I just like big lizards. Fair. Well, welcome on in. I have these lizards, and then he leads a pack of 3 other big lizards. So this is kind of the character unit, and then they lead this unit. So I get 3 more big lizards. But that's the plan today. Welcome on in. I know you said you don't know anything about Warhammer, but we paint. This is the fantasy side, which is Age of Sigmar. There is also 40K, which has the Space Marines. You've seen these from video games or anything. But we paint those here as well. So welcome on in. I also like to do things like Kingdom Death, which is a board game. So it has miniatures like one. So it is a cooperative board game with some kind of creepy critters and things. I also really love Malifaux. What else have I got on the table here? think that's all I've got for now. But yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. Happy to help. And then yeah, for anyone new, Slam, thank you. My socials are now in chat, all the links. And then we have our Discord, which is kind of our home away from home. I do stream updates, we talk hobby in there. If you want to drop any photos of what you're working on, a good place to do all that. Feel free to come join us. It's open to everybody. Hey, Hi Farm! How are you today? We're working on Dinosaur, at least for a little bit longer here, before I go get some food. Your science is pretty good. Unfortunately, my dragon, all I was painting fell. Dropped off my workbench. The wing cracked in two. I printed another one building it. I'm sorry to hear that. Man, I know those things can be fixed, and you're already working on one, but I feel bad. I'm sorry. Never fun when something you've put hours into decides to take a little drop like that. I'm sorry. Hi, Farm. Just got home from the cinema. So, Killers of the Flower Moon. Good movie, but so long. I've not heard of this. The title alone is interesting. Yeah, hopefully the rest of the day gets better here for this lion. I'm sorry. That's frustrating. Trying to figure out how I want to highlight the brown. This might work. Let's try this. New Scorsese movie with DiCaprio. Oh, and De Niro. I'm awful with movies. I feel bad. The movie buffs here in chat will definitely agree. I have a horrible time keeping up with movies. I don't watch as much as others do. I tend to pick a video game instead of watching a movie. Sorry. But glad you enjoyed it. Osage Indians being killed. Oh, because of oil on their land. That's sad. That's a lot of big names attached to it, though. I'm gonna do this little section here and see if I like it. Let it dry. Not super sold, just kind of just want to use maybe the orange. See how it dries. Maybe. I'm there with keeping check with movies, always on the latest stuff. And by the way, watched Inglourious Basterds the other day for the first time. Yep, you're more my speed, Norman. That's a good one, though. That's a good one. You like horror movies and books? I like some of it. I can't do a lot of gore, but if it's more of the psychological, I do like that quite a bit. Luke says, I step away for half an hour, come back, and it looks completely different. You're certainly very talented. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We've got a lot of good progress on him today. I'm happy so far. I think, yeah, we'll go ahead and bring him back for tomorrow's stream, too. So if you guys are enjoying the lizards from tomorrow. But thank you for that. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks, everyone, for coming to check us out. Spending part of your Sunday with us. I heard the other day that Inglourious Basterds was supposed to have Adam Sandler as one of the army guys. Interesting. I'll go ahead and maybe. Yeah, Happy Gilmore World War II. That's not one I would expect. I hesitated because I always feel bad when people get, like, stuck in one role. You can't, like, see them as anything else. So, like, if you rocked it, that would have been cool. But yeah, not what I would have expected. More lizards, I think, yeah. Because the Marines are going to be so much off-stream, just with painting around all that white armor, I think it's probably going to be lizards on-stream until the Chaos Knights are ready. So they'll kind of take over once they're good to go. Do you have any tips for handling snappy models? The guy in the Games Workshop said to be careful with Nighthaunt as they have a lot of thin pieces. The more that you can kind of brace the piece, so let's say the pole here, if you're like cleaning up the models and things, if you can kind of put your finger behind it to brace it and just give it a little bit more support, that's what I tend to do. I think just being aware of it's part of it, and kind of positioning so that you take less stress, or it takes less stress, so you're kind of bracing it. Another thing is if you're clipping it off the sprue. Let me grab a sprue so I can show you. Here we go. Here's a spear. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my example. If you're cutting a piece like this that's thinner, what you can do is you can actually clip like further away from the piece. So instead of right up next to the spear, clipping further back here by the sprue will take some of that pressure off, and then you can clip closer to the spear itself. So that's another way you can do it. Honestly, I probably should have started back here. You saw it bend a little bit when I clipped it, so kind of working your way to that piece. So like here where you've got a little bit more, here where you've got a little bit more purchase, like if I clip here, fine. You can clip around and then save that last piece to cut. That's a good way to do it. But it just takes that pressure off that piece and it's less likely to snap. So I hope that helps. Yeah, it really is. But things like that are what's going to be in the YouTube video. Once I take the day to film it. I just need to do it. I like streaming too much is the problem. No, Lucas, it's perfect. I think I'm just going to clip that and ship it, honestly. Oh, my dog barks. Yep. She's so angry. I'm going to mute for a second. Scott came to the rescue. Nikki isn't live. She can't abuse her chat. That's right. So she really wants to stream as much as possible. No, it's a perfect question. Thank you, Luke. I hope that helps. But yeah, with those thin pieces, sometimes they can be a little scary. So the more pressure you can take off of it, the better. She says you're done for the day. I guess so, yeah. I only wanted to do a little bit more, Sadie. Make sure we answered the question. If you tested the new Twitch feature to convert clips to portrait videos automatically, it's a little... what did I find it didn't do? Because I went back to one of the websites that'll do it. The captions? There was something it didn't have, to where I just kept it on the other website. I feel like it didn't have as much of the... I think it did face cam, like I think I was able to grab my face. It might have been captions that I wasn't able to do. There was something I couldn't do, so I just went back. So hopefully they keep adding stuff to it, because it's pretty cool. Hey Greenleaf, how do I add stress to painting? Louder music, poor lighting? Yep, absolutely. Get you brushes that look like this. You need, every bristle needs to be a different length. And just run it through everything you can think of. Paint with this. Pour glue on it. Why not? Pour glue. Multi-brushes. What else? Don't brace your hands. Just constant movement. Good for stress. Greenleaf, how are you today? Thank you for adding some chaos to our end of session here. Do you ever think you'll do the big cities of Sigmar, Talia, Vedra? Linus of the Parch model. Thing looks like it would take weeks to finish. I don't know. Mostly because my husband keeps mentioning cities of Sigmar. So I think if one of us gets it, it'll probably be him. If I get a commission, I would. Yeah, we would do that. But probably not initially, no. Gabrioso, hello, how are you? I don't want context, so it's perfect. Well, you're good then, bro, so how are you today? Hello, hello. Rest your hand on, the paint vortex mixer. Yeah. You don't like my brush, bro, so? Isn't this what you paint with? I'm pretty sure as you pick up your new Heresy minis, this is what you need. This is worse than Badger Brush, I think. It's up there. It's up there. No, it's amazing. Nothing is worse than Badger Brush. It's pretty awful. I actually cringe every time he brings it up. Which I know is why he does it. But, it's pretty awful, yeah. Hey, Shadowson, welcome in. Badger's brushes are made with 10% single bristles and 90% hopium. The 90% just hanging those bristles in there. Alright. I think between Badger dancing and Sadie losing her mind, I think it's a good place to stop. We got some highlights on. We're in a good spot for tomorrow, where we will bring him back. So if you guys are enjoying the lizards riding dinosaurs, we'll be back tomorrow with these boys. I don't know if I'll get them primed today, but we will have these two at least to focus on and get them ready for our army. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, if you guys want to come join us tomorrow, same time, same place. We also have our Discord. We can throw all of that. Discord. Oh, Sam beat me to socials. Too fast. If you want to see the other projects we've been working on, my socials are there. And then YouTube. We were talking about the YouTube earlier. I'm going to be recording some more stuff for that this week. You guys can give a follow over there. Until then, there is the starter box challenge that we did as a community. If you want to see all the miniatures everyone painted, that is up. And I did an unboxing for some Kingdom Death, so that is also up. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the support. I am going to raid over to one of the fighting game tournament channels, because that's what I'm going to be watching, so if you guys want to catch that, hang tight, we'll raid over there, you guys can see it. Otherwise, thank you for support, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!